Hey everybody, Jess here with Key Tarot. I am going to do a real quick reading for, it's actually going to be a long reading, for all the zodiac signs tonight. We're going to start with Aquarius, then Libra, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, and last of the night will be Virgo. Looks like our midway spot will be about Ophiuchus, so that should be around about 9:30, 9:45-ish, which a lot of you won't see because you're all watching the Super Bowl, so happy Super Bowl Sunday. I hope you're having a great time. For those of you who watch this later on YouTube, I'm going to timestamp this after tonight, and I'll have all of that in the description box whenever I post it. Alrighty, let us say a quick blessing and we will get started with Aquarius. All right, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here tonight and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty, what do we have for Aquarius? Let's see. Let's use this traditional deck. God, I'm feeling crowded. Let's see. Let me move all this stuff. Alrighty, Aquarius. Let's try one more time. Aquarius, you got good vibes going your way. Good. Alrighty, and happy birthday to you, Aquarius, if it is your birthday or it has been your birthday or if it's about to be. Let's see what we have for you guys. I'm keeping that one. Alrighty, I'm going to quit there. What do we have? So you're not talking to somebody. We have that with the Eight of Swords. You're either not talking to somebody or you're procrastinating making a decision about something. There it is. I've got the World card. Nicely done. This is not bad news, Aquarius. This is actually a lot of good stuff here. But you're really upping your head about trying to contact somebody or getting in touch with somebody about something or about making a decision. I feel like some of you, and this isn't going to be for every single Aquarius out there, and this can be, I don't know, but I feel like you're on the fence about what you want to do in a situation. The Five of Wands that comes out right here is my kind of analysis paralysis card. Let's move this down a little bit so you can see better. And it's somebody who's making a list in their heads of pros and cons. If I say this, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I don't do this, what's going to happen? We have somebody here who knows that they are on the cusp of something new for themselves. The World card is the final card in a deck of tarot cards, right? This is the number 21. This means that you've been through a lot, Aquarius. You've done a lot of things. You've made a lot of changes in your life, and you're ready for the next chapter of your life. Something or someone is keeping you stuck. I feel like you're in this really independent vibe here. You're probably single at this time, Aquarius. I have this Nine of Pentacles here, which is our minor arcana of the Empress. This is someone who is on their own. They're doing their own thing. I have two pages out here, Aquarius. I have this Page of Wands that's on its side over here, and then I have the Page of Cups that's in the reverse. So I don't know if you're waiting on someone to apologize to you about something or if you're waiting to apologize to somebody else, but there is some kind of mending of fences that needs to happen here, all right? And with this Page of Wands that comes out on its side right here, this is someone who doesn't want to act impulsively. They're worried about what's going to happen if they send a message, how they're going to be perceived, something like that. I just want like one or two more out with this deck. Let me check, and then I'm going to clarify. Yep, I got the King of Swords. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Way to go showing up for yourself, Aquarius. I like it when you do that. So this King of Swords energy is someone who's usually pretty clear-sighted, someone who knows, oh, man. Oh, poop. All right, so this, I feel like you're usually pretty clear-sighted. You're usually someone that other people come to for advice, Aquarius. You're someone who typically makes great decisions for yourselves. You usually have a plan, all right? And it feels like you're usually good at communicating what it is that you need. For whatever reason, someone here has crossed your path and you're not exactly sure how to deal with some kind of a situation. I've got a lot of anxiety. I got a lot of worry. This is like my Tums and Rolades card. This is somebody who's having a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of tossing and turning, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, a lot of stress, right? And I have someone who hasn't necessarily been honest about how they're feeling. And the Seven of Swords is, you know, they get a bad rap for being kind of like the lying liar who lies, but there's a lot of reasons why we don't always tell the truth in our lives. And I feel like, I don't know if that's your energy or if that's somebody else that you've been involved with here, where you've been waiting for someone to tell you the truth about how they're feeling, or you've been waiting to tell the truth to somebody else about how you're feeling. Regardless of the situation, you're ready to move on, because I have this Chariot energy here. Chariot is Cancerian energy, and that's someone who's ready to make some kind of major change. And with this World card here, that's 100% true. You're kind of on to the next thing. So you kind of want to close up any of these old relationships, these old situationships you've had. It feels like you almost want to just clear the air with someone. Okay. But you're afraid to reach out to them, or they're afraid to reach out to you because they're not sure of how it's going to be received. For some of you, this is a past love relationship that was kind of an on-again, off-again relationship. It could have involved a third-party situation of some sort. Third party being like an affair kind of situation where there was more than one person involved. It feels like you were separated from this person. And in that time of separation, you've gone on to really look at some deep-seated emotions inside of yourself, Aquarius. You have Cancer out here twice. And that's the most significant duplicate zodiac sign I can see. All right, what do we need to do here to make this better? Because I don't like you to be in this state of discomfort here. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I have somebody here, and I don't know if this is you or if this is somebody else that you're involved with, because these are just the energies that I'm seeing crossing the table here, Aquarius. But I feel like you have somebody that either you were thinking in a kind of a marriage-minded way about this person. This person could have been like a divinely guided soulmate partner for you. This was somebody had big feelings here for somebody else, and something happened. I don't know what it was. It may have had to do with this third-party situation over here. And it broke you, or it broke this other person. And in the time that it's happened, it's caused someone to spend a lot of time alone. With this Hermit energy and this Four of Swords energy, that's alone time for sure. And it feels like you've had a lot of that. And in that amount of time, you've really looked hard at some of the reasons why this situation happened and what you would like to see that would be better for you for the future. And you do have your mind on the future. Yes. But this person's still lingering in your energy, and there does need to be a clearing of the air regardless of what happens with this situation. Somebody needs to come clean with either feelings or thoughts, emotions, words of some kind. This Nine of Wands is someone who puts up a lot of boundaries and walls around themselves because they've been hurt a lot in the past. And Aquarius, I feel like the both of you are doing this. Both people involved in this situation are doing that. And both people are wishing that the other person would reach out. Oh, man. Quite honestly, this may be a Sagittarius that you're involved with here. Quite honestly, oh, man, this is adorable. And there's the moon again. And then I've got the Queen of Swords out there again. Oh, you're adorable. I love you guys so much. So I got the King and the Queen of Swords here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But I feel like somebody here feels like they were either your perfect match or you believe they were your perfect match. Something went awry here. May have had to do with the third-party situation because I have that card here specifically. Or it could have simply been that you couldn't figure out a way to make your lifestyles match with one another. There is divine counterpart energy on here. There's a lot of soulmate energy here. There's a lot of marriage and commitment energy on here. You may have been dealing with a Sagittarius or a Cancerian. But this situation, it deserves to be healed regardless of what happens in the future, because I feel like both people involved here are just heavily on one another's mind. One of you needs to send a message to the other one, and I'm not sure which one of you it is, because I feel like I have you being here, the one who's quite bound up about this, and I don't know how this other person feels. Let me look real quick. this other person would love for you to reach out and talk to them, although I'm not sure that the conversation is going to go quite the way that both of you think it should. But I think it would be good to get things out in the open. Again, this was an on again, off again relationship. And there's the Ten of Swords, right when I was referencing the Ten of Swords. I love it. You guys, the Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card. So you guys are both in a state of wishing that things had gone differently. I think you both love each other equally. With that Six of Pentacles there, both of you would love to have a conversation with one another, although I'm not necessarily sure that this means you'll be coming back together. Let's look a little bit further here. Someone is very marriage minded and commitment minded here. And regardless, Aquarius, I feel like you are getting ready to move on to the next phase of your life. And when I say the next phase of your life, I mean the next 7-year, 9-year, 12-year cycle of your life, who you're going to be for the next decade. I feel like you're kind of on the cusp of entering, kind of like going through a new doorway of sorts. And I feel like you've had to look really long and hard at yourself. Maybe this other person has too, because there's a lot of mirroring going on here. You've got the moon out there twice. You could be dealing with a Cancerian. Oh, this Ten of Cups over here is a card of marriage. It's a card of a family coming together. It can be a blended family coming together, Aquarius. But this is both of these people. This other person is waiting for you to reach out, I think. Some of you, I'm hearing like a hell no. It's not going to be me. Oh, and I've got the Nine of Swords there again. I think you both have a very telepathic relationship where you can kind of sense how the other person's feeling. With this Sun out here twice, I feel like this other person wants healing with you just as much as you want it with them. I think that you miss one another. There's a very playful energy between the two of you. It's like a very childlike energy. There's a lot of heavy divine soulmate energy on here, but there's a lot of commitment on here. There's a lot of marriage cards on here. Marriage, 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 3 times. And so that may be the hitch in the giddy up, because this has been an on again, off again situation for a while here, Aquarius. And so it's hard to make that become a commitment if it is continually up and down, up and down. And I don't know what you were dealing with over here with this Three of Cups in the reverse, but that is typically our indication of a third party situation. It's possible that the two of you may have been madly in love, but there was no commitment or something like that. There was no being on the same page. And at some point, somebody decided, you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. At some point, somebody decided they didn't want to try anymore. And at some point, somebody decided that they were a little bit overly focused on this third party situation here too. So I don't know what you guys have going on over here, but I have 2 people in this situation who are both waiting for the other person to reach out. And both of these people are experiencing a lot of stress and a lot of worry about this situation. So I don't know who's going to do it first, who's going to send the message first, but you both have a very telepathic relationship, and it could be a very divinely guided soulmate union here, especially with that Four of Wands, right? That's that twin flame 1111 awakening card. I feel like no matter what, Aquarius, my opinion aside, this person aside, you are getting ready to move on to something new. And I think you just want to wrap this up before you do. With this Knight of Cups, there's somebody here who has a lot of love for you, and you have a lot of love for them. You may be dealing with a Cancerian, but this is someone who they're just not sure you're going to be able to go the distance together. Okay, so I feel like it's worth just reaching out and saying a hello, how are you doing? But I'm not necessarily sure that this is actually going to fix the situation or you're going to come back together. I think the conversation is healing enough. So then you guys can just have the conversation and decide how you feel after that. How about that? Clear as mud? Yes? All right, that was your reading for this week, Aquarius. Next up, we're going to have Libra. Let me put all these back in the decks real quick. Alrighty. What do we have for Libra? Let me use this Tarot of Wonderland. I hope you guys are doing well. That's so funny. I just picked up this deck and split it to 2 of the same cards that we were just talking about for Aquarius. Wow. Actually, a lot more than 2. Wow, a lot of them. A lot of them are the exact same cards. All right, I'll quit there. So the reason I read for zodiac signs, and I group you guys into air signs, fire signs, water signs, earth signs, is so that you can see which energies are the most present in each of the elemental groupings. So it's interesting that I just picked up this deck, haven't shuffled it yet, and split it right to a bunch of the same cards that we just had for our Aquarians. It's possible that air signs in general are kind of experiencing a lot of the same things. And I've always noticed that it seems like 2 out of 3 of each of the zodiac signs groupings will experience the same thing, and then there'll be another one that's way off in left field. So guarantee you Gemini is not going to fit any of this description probably. So we have that Moon card, we have the Hierophant again, we have the 9 of Pentacles again, we have the 5 of Wands again, we have the 3 of Cups again, the Chariot again, and the 10 of Swords again. All cards that we just had in the Aquarius reading with another deck, a different deck. Alrighty, so Libra. I feel like you're trying to decide what you want to do about something. I'll say it again. This 5 of Wands is kind of that analysis paralysis card. Should I, shouldn't I? Making lists. If I do this, what are the pros? What are the cons? If I don't do this, what are the pros? What are the cons? It feels like you're trying to decide if you want to reconcile with someone, if you want to get it together and work something out with somebody, but I feel like you're very single and independent here, once again, with that 9 of Pentacles. That is, again, the minor arcana of the Empress. This is someone who has their head on their shoulders, typically, and you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, too. You're someone who's looking for a commitment in your life, even though you are single and highly independent and doing very well on your own. It feels like you are, you know, kind of thinking about what your future is going to look like and who's going to be involved with that. Somebody here is worried that they don't have a plan. Somebody here is, and somebody here has possibly recently ended a relationship as well, Libra. Possibly ended something that's taken you away from someone or something that you loved very much, and you're feeling quite left out from it. And I feel like you have a lot of like emotional fortitude behind you right now. There's a lot of strength in you right now. It's just worrying you that you don't have a plan and you feel like you're kind of faltering in a way. I promise you, you're not, and no one else around you thinks that you are either. This is all in your head. This Knight of Pentacles in the reverse is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. You may have dealt recently with a person, maybe in your romantic life, who just didn't see you for who you really are, or someone who didn't see the potential in the relationship that you were in. If that was the case, it could have been with a Cancerian as well. If that's the case, you looked really long and hard at that. You decided that that's not going to work for you, that you really need something much bigger, something much better, someone who can see you for who you truly are. I feel like you are very, again, commitment-minded, someone who's looking towards the future. And while you're single, you're looking for the one, or the person that you want to spend time with. You want to settle down with somebody that you want to spend a long time with. I feel like most of your relationships in the past have ended either quickly or painfully. I'm so sorry. But I feel like there's a major change that's coming for you. Some of you may be physically relocating, and some of you are just ready to move on from feeling this way, and some of you are ready, and some of you are feeling tired of being on your own too, because this 9 of Pentacles is someone who's been doing it on their own for a while. I feel like any relationships that you've been starting recently have just kind of fallen apart because somebody didn't have a plan. Somebody didn't see things. Somebody wasn't real focused on the future, and in every equation, in every situationship or relationship that you've been encountering here. I think you've been spending a lot of time with friends and family, and that's good, and they've helped you through this, but I think you're ready to stop. I think you're ready to not feel that way any longer. And I think you've looked really hard, Libra, at the things that you've encountered that have caused you to feel that way. I feel like you've spent a lot of time on your own. Some of you may have gone to therapy within the last, I'm going to say 3 months, to kind of deal with some of these past issues. And I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself. I think you've uncovered some things that have caused you to maybe push people away for a while, or to start relationships with people who weren't as serious as you were about commitments for the future. All right. Some of you are physically relocating, because I have the Six of Swords on top of the Chariot. Those are both cards of physical relocation. Now, the Chariot energy is moving on physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all the ways. And the Six of Swords is actually packing your bags and putting them in the back of the U-Haul, right? So we have somebody here who's ready to make a major change in their lives. Good job, Libra. And it's because you don't want to feel this way anymore. Some of you may be changing locations for work. Some of you haven't been getting what you've needed from an employer or from a career, and you're looking for something that's going to pay you more, something that's going to be a little bit easier. Some of you are sick of making the same commute, and so you're moving closer to work. Let me get another deck out here and clarify a little bit more. I have the Death card just stuck to the table there. That is an energy of change. It's not always easy to make these changes with the Death card, but it's something that's necessary for transformation. Yeah, I feel like you went through several, it could have been one major relationship in your life with someone who just wasn't ready for the commitment that you needed, or from several relationships that just were not ready for what you wanted them to be. You may have wanted marriage, you may have wanted a family, you may have wanted to settle down, and it feels like every person that you met, it seemed like they were going to be the right one, but it wasn't the right one for you. And it feels like you put a lot of boundaries up around yourself. The Nine of Wands is that wounded warrior card, but at this point it feels like you're ready to invite someone in again for the first time in a long time. And it's probably because you've done a lot of soul searching. Like I said, some of you have taken yourselves to therapy. Some of you have just done a lot of deep soul searching and opening yourselves up to your higher self and a higher power, and that's allowing you to attract more healthy and positive partnerships into your life. If you're not seeing this coming in yet, it's probably going to be after you make this major change. Let me look at this Chariot and this Six of Swords. Some of you may be if you're changing careers, the career that you're headed towards, you're going to be greatly appreciated for your artistic and your creative abilities. Oh, geez. Quite honestly, a lot of you have really turned your back on love for a while here, Libra. I have this Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But guys, don't get hung up on the zodiac signs or the genders that I call out. Really, what it's about is the energies that the cards carry and the stories that they tell, right? But I feel like you have turned your back on all kinds of partnerships for a long time. This Queen of Cups, on the back of their throne, they have the heron carved on the back. And the heron is a symbol of independence and doing things on your own, which is very similar to that Nine of Pentacles energy. A lot of you decided, you know what, if I'm not seeing what I need to see, I'll do it on my own. But I hate to tell you this, Libra, if you're not looking for partnership is looking for you, okay? And I mean, this is going to be something that starts coming up for you from now for the next 3 weeks, all right? This Two of Cups is about a positive partnership. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but let's be real, it looks pretty sweet and lovey-dovey to me. This Two of Cups is one of our soulmate cards in the deck, and it seems like it happens for those of you Libras who are making some kind of a move, who are making some kind of a change. And I feel like if you're ever stuck in a rut for any reason, it's you who has to dig yourself out of it. And the way that we dig ourselves out of it is sometimes by just making small little changes. And then sometimes we have to do bigger things like pack all the bags and put them in the back of the U-Haul and move across town, across state, across the country, or across the world. So you decide whatever it is, but there is some kind of major change that you make within the next 3 weeks. And I feel like this change happens. We've got the full moon happening tonight, tomorrow night, basically. And I feel like this is a change that you're making. Like if it's not right when we're talking now, it's going to be within the next month. You're going to start noticing this partnership energy coming towards you within the next 3 weeks. And I think that you are starting to attract healthy, positive partnership towards yourself. For one thing, because you're opening yourself up to it. And also because you have made these major changes within yourself. You're going to be surprised at the caliber of the people who are reaching out to you. You're going to be grateful. You're going to be excited. For you, you can't manage these Knight of Pentacles in the reverse kind of energies anymore. These people who just didn't really have a plan for the future, or these folks that just didn't really maybe see a future with you. I feel like you're looking for something much more committed, something that's much more stable and more powerful for the future, something you can grow with, someone you can grow with. And I feel like that energy is coming right around the corner for you now. Do I think you're going to meet the one? Possibly. Everybody's got love on the brain right now, I understand. And if you don't meet the one within the next 3 weeks, what I'm going to say for you is that you're going to start attracting the energy of the one, whatever that is for you, if you're even interested in that. But there is partnership energy, and it's healthy partnership energy that's coming towards you with that Two of Cups. And so regardless of whether this is your be-all, end-all person, it just feels like you're in a healthy state of attracting the right kind of people to you. And that is all just because you are making positive, healthy changes in your life, Libra. All right, that was your reading for the week. Let me move on to Gemini. Thank you, Libra, for letting me read for you. Gemini, we're going to use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot for you guys. Alrighty. Gemini. Okay. Oh. All right, Gemini, this is very interesting stuff. I like it. So I have somebody, this is either you or this is somebody coming towards you. Your first card out is the Ace of Wands. And the first card out is usually the strongest indicator of the emotions and the feelings that are coming across the table. So I don't know if this is you or if this is somebody that you have on your mind or somebody that has you on their mind, okay? The Ace of Wands is the most sexually passionate card we have in the deck. You've also got the Page of Wands out here, which indicates somebody is going to be sending you a message. Now, the Ace of Wands can be someone who wants to start something, whether it's the sexual passion that I was referencing a second ago, or whether this is somebody that wants to start a new project with you. It's all sacral chakra energy when we're talking about the wands. And that's somebody or something that can start something from a small little ember up into some kind of a big wildfire. And it feels like you are attracting a lot of that energy. Now, however, Gemini, it feels like with your card here, Queen of Swords, that's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, feminine energy. It doesn't have to be that gender though. But I have you on your side over here. You're really on the fence about whether you want to do this or not. I've got the Five of Wands, which is, again, it's been present in the Aquarius reading and also the Libra reading. This is someone who's not sure what they want to do. This is somebody who's trying to work it out in their head, somebody who's really on the fence about making a decision here. With this Five of Swords energy that comes out here, Gemini, this is somebody who's almost afraid of exposure with this situation. I don't know if you have somebody who's sending you a message that is sexually charged and you're a little bit nervous about it and you're afraid of what other people are going to say about it. I don't know if this is related to your career and you're just not sure you want to sign off on something that seems like it's a little hastily done. With the Star card in the reverse, that's Aquarius energy. You may be worried about upsetting someone else. You may be worried about what someone else is going to say. Okay. The Star in the reverse is someone who's also not sure that this is the right choice to be making. And it's an intense energy with the Star card, again, Aquarius energy. But this is something that is important to you, Gemini, and you don't want to screw this up. I can feel that from you. I have the page, oh, so I've got the Knight of Wands, I'm sorry, and now I've got the Page of Wands. Thanks for fixing that. There's a lot of heavy sexual energy on here, Gemini. Again, with the Page of Wands, someone who wants to send a message to you, and with this Knight of Wands energy right here in the middle, it looks so good. It seems so good. This person, maybe, if this is a person we're talking about, they look very attractive. This is someone who everybody would want to be with. Again, very sexually passionate, very attractive person, very physically attractive person. Someone who is very popular in social settings, and it feels like you're receiving a message. If this is not about your love life, this could be, and I feel like there's two different groups of you here, Gemini. I feel like there's something around the corner that somebody wants you to do quickly, and you're just not sure it's the right choice to make, but there's like a lot of pressure for you to do it. Let me get another deck. This is great. I love this reading, Gemini. It's very, it's kind of juicy. Yeah. And there's the Five of Swords on the bottom of this deck. Very good. The Five of Swords can be an energy of defeat. It can be an energy of gossip. It can be worrying about what other people are going to say. Or it can be verbal altercations, like a win-at-all-cost kind of energy. But Gemini, I really feel like for you, you are very concerned about making good decisions for yourself that reflect well upon you. And that's why you're all up in your head with that Five of Wands. What do we need to do here? I feel like, Gemini, whoever you are, you feel like you can't make a move because you may be committed to something else or to someone else. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, that's an energy of codependency, quite honestly. It's possible you are not in such a great relationship currently and somebody else is attracting your attention or trying to get you to move towards them, and you're not sure that's a good choice. You're not sure that's a good look for you. I agree. And I feel like you're inclined to just not, and there's the Knight of Wands again, literally on top of the Knight of Wands. I love it when you guys give me repeat cards, because not only does that tell me which energies are the most important to your story, but it also tells me how strong your presence is and your energy is, Gemini. If you can send that much energy from your living room over here to mine, that tells me you have the ability to do just about anything you want to do with your life. You've got a big giant brain. Yeah, nicely done. But I feel like you're inclined to just hope that this whole situation dies down and goes away. I feel like you're not talking to anybody about it. I don't think you're telling anybody what's happened here. I have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who stands to lose a lot in this situation. I think that's why you're fearful of it. If this is in your romantic life, Gemini, I feel like you're already, I don't know if you're in a partnered relationship, but you're definitely with someone already. And I don't know if it's that your loyalty lies with, I don't feel like this is a great relationship that you're in, but I feel like you're not ready to pull the plug on it because you see that there could be a lot of loss here. If this is not about your romantic relationship and this is more about a career, I feel like there's a lot of financial issues here, like a lot of money to lose with a deal that you're not ready to sign off on, but there's a lot of pressure on you to sign it. And if we're talking about your love life here, it feels like somebody's trying to reach out to you, Gemini, and get your attention and get you to focus your attention on them, but you're not sure that's the way to go. All right, this Knight of Wands in the reverse, that's Sagittarius energy, but that is someone who is typically non-committal, someone who's going to come in, make a whole bunch of crazy making, and then exit the scene. And I think that you know that. And so I don't think that, I think you're just so smart, Gemini, but I think this is bugging you, clearly, because it's here on the table. It could also be that you want to explore some kind of new feelings, but you're quite tied down to someone else. Now I've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in the reverse, right? I feel like you're afraid of what other people are going to say. We've got that here, here, and now here. I think you're afraid to shut this down. There's somebody here who's having a hard time speaking up for themselves, Gemini. And I think it's you. I think that here's the thing, I think that you are very much the master of yourself and your fate. With this Emperor energy, that's Aries energy, that's someone who is a mentor, that's someone who's a boss, that's someone who runs their own business or is in charge of a lot of people. I think that you understand where your responsibilities lie, and I think that you don't want to throw that away on anything frivolous. As attractive as it may be, I think that you're going to say no thanks, and I think that that's wise. I think it's just stressing you out, and you don't want to have to tell somebody else how you're feeling about this situation. Tough stuff, but I think it doesn't really matter, Gemini, because you're making the best choices you could possibly make for yourself and for other people around you. If this is in your career, I think you're making the right decision by saying, wait, let's take a moment, let's take a breather before we sign this contract or before we take this deal. If this is in your love life, I think you have the very best of intentions and you're trying to hold yourself to a high standard here, Gemini. But I think that you're not necessarily happy with where you are, and that is how this has gotten to you in the first place. I think this is how this has affected you as much as it has, but I think there's someone who's afraid to do the wrong thing, afraid to screw up, and I think that's good. I think that's a healthy fear you have there, Gemini. I think you're just trying to make the right decision for yourself and everybody else involved here, but I feel like there is a change coming for you. We'll check back in with you next week, but I think that there's about to be a shift because I feel like you are being offered something here that's going to be changing to you. It's going to change some perspective for you, and I think that we're going to have a shift for you that happens. I don't think it's going to happen until early spring. I'm looking at like May time here for you, Gemini, where there's kind of a shift in how you think about your life and what you want for your life. But right now, I feel like you're going to be kind of hanging tight and just trying to make good decisions for yourself. It's like you're trying to keep your head down and do your work and stay focused. I think that's where we're going to be, at least for the next 2 weeks, but I don't see you making a major shift until probably kind of springtime, and then we'll kind of see. We'll revisit this then. All right, thanks so much for letting me read for you, Gemini. Next up we have Aries. Aries, we're going to use this Tarot of Wonderland for you. All right, Aries is trying to get it together. Oh no. All right, so I feel like I feel like we have an Aries here, and this could be for a few of you. This could just be for a handful of you too. We have somebody here who's trying to trying to regain balance in a situation here. With the Page of Cups in the reverse, I feel like you've had to let go of a friendship or possibly a love relationship. I've got the Lovers in the reverse. Somebody here had to make a difficult decision as to what they wanted for their life. It feels like they decided on stability. They decided on comfort. They decided on kind of what they'd been with for a while. This could be you. This could be someone you have on your mind here, Aries. There's been some kind of a change here with some kind of conversation that's happening, and it's changing your perspective here, Aries, on what you want. I feel like this choice that you made is based on your love life, and I feel like you were involved with someone, I don't know how long ago it was, but you had to make a decision about what you wanted to do. You didn't choose this person. You decided you wanted stability instead. I don't know, maybe this person was just batshit crazy. I don't know what was going on, but for whatever reason, you didn't choose that situation. And I feel like that person is reaching out to you again for the first time in a while. And it's just about the time that you've started to regain balance here with that Two of Pentacles. And this Hanged Man energy has you waiting to decide what you want to do with that communication. I feel like I have someone here, I'm hearing guilty. I feel like you, and Aries, this feels like you. I feel like and I hate this for you because I don't want you to feel this way, but I feel like you're experiencing some guilt about something that's happened here in the past, and you feel like you need to fix it, like you feel like you need to set it right in some way. Hold on. Or this could be somebody else feeling this way about you. Some of you have physically relocated within the last 6 months. This Six of Swords energy is someone who's packed their bags and physically moved across town, possibly bought a new home, something like that. Somebody here has made a major change, to say the least. With the World card here, I feel like you've made a lot of major changes. I think here's what it is, Aries. When you let go of this previous relationship, your life looked different. And I think that now, or this other person's life looked different. Somebody here has made a lot of changes, possibly to their physical location, and it's changed the whole dynamic here. We've had a timing issue at play with this Hanged Man energy. Somebody's been waiting on the right moment for some kind of a conversation with you. And this World card that comes out is like the final ending to something. This is somebody who's going to tie up some loose ends here so they can start something new. I got to get a couple more out with this deck and then I'll clarify. I have the Empress in the reverse. Whew. The Empress is, it's Virgo energy, but it's divine feminine energy. Hold on. But when we have, yeah, golly. I think it was Aquarius that had this combo. It could have been Libra too, who had this Chariot, Six of Swords energy out together, and this Five of Pentacles energy here too. Kids, I feel like we had a lot of people make major decisions about what they wanted to do in their lives, kind of in the late fall, like November, December time of 2021. And I think they sat with those feelings throughout all of fall. Some of you made some major changes to your lives. Some of you made physical changes to your lives, and you left situations, you moved, you physically relocated. And a lot of you have been tying up loose ends through the month of January. And now that we're in February, it feels like we're experiencing what's on the other side of that. It feels like you may have had to leave behind someone you were struggling in a relationship with. I feel like there's been some kind of a separation for you and someone else, and I think that you're tired of it. I think that somebody wants to come back towards another person here. And I don't know if that's you or if that's somebody that's around you. It feels like it's this person that you cut off a while ago. This person you had to make a decision about with that Lovers in the reverse and that Page of Cups in the reverse. It feels like it was either in the beginning stages of a relationship or someone you were friends with. And it was more than just friends, because I've got that Lovers energy out there with that Page of Cups, but it was a new relationship. It feels like it was cut off quickly because you needed more stability in your life in some way. And so you made the choice to let go of that and reinvest in whatever this situation was. And I feel like there's been a change. I feel like some of you have decided to leave this situation behind, and lo and behold, now that you've done that, that's freed up some kind of energy for you to kind of reinvest in this situation over here, which is probably good because somebody here is reaching out and communicating with you either now or last week or possibly this week. Like, I mean, we're talking a tight time frame here. With this World card that comes out here right in the middle of your spread here, Aries, the World is the last card in our deck of tarot cards, right? It's the number 21. And this is somebody who realizes that they're at the ending of something. This is somebody who's tying up a lot of loose ends. And it feels like that's you. It feels like you're ready for that. I feel like you're ready to literally move on to something better. And it just feels like this person from the past is reaching out to you and wanting to reconnect in some way. Let me get another deck. Let's use this vice versa. Yeah, All right, I have the Queen of Wands here stuck on the bottom of the deck. That's you. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine energy. Doesn't have to be those zodiac signs, doesn't have to be that gender, but the fact that it is your sign, Aries, leads me to believe that at one time you turned your back on this other person. You had to make a decision, and you made the decision to follow not your heart, but what made sense for you at the time. This other person you haven't left their mind or their heart since that happened. This other person has always wanted to start over with you, whether they've told you that or not. And this person's been waiting for you to figure that out, or to pick up the pieces, or to move on, or whatever. All right, let's just look a little more closely. Yeah, now I've got the Page of Cups in the upright. Just split it right there. And I feel like knowing that this person, since this person's reached back out to you, or when this person reaches back out to you, it's going to put you in kind of a tight spot here, Aries, where you're not sure if you want to go back to them, or whether you just want to move on entirely and start something new with somebody you don't even know yet. It's got you at a crossroads here. This person, it's either you or this person is pretty obsessed. And I don't mean, well, I was going to say, and I don't mean in a negative way, but I got to be honest with you. When the Devil card comes out with this Page of Swords in the reverse like this, I mean, this is Captain Obsessive online stalking energy here. And usually I say with the Page of Swords in the reverse, well, this is the kind of online stalking that's not necessarily malicious. It's just somebody who doesn't know what they want to say, and so they're just watching from a distance. But I have to be honest with you, whenever it's paired with the Devil, I'm not sure that it isn't toxic. Either there's a lot of sexual passion in this relationship over here that you left behind, and this person just watches you from afar and wishes for you, or this person may be straight up obsessed. And I don't know, you're the one who's going to know. If this is your reading, you'll know who this is, you'll know who this is, and you'll know the meaning of this, right? So the Devil is actually the most sexually passionate card we have in the deck. It's right up there with that Ace of Wands energy. But there is an energy of obsession that comes with it too. So it's something to be mindful of, something to be careful of. It's also Capricorn energy in case that's of significance. How do you feel about this other person over here? Because you're really on the fence about it. I think that you enjoy this person's friendship. I think you always did, but you never saw the stability within them that you needed to see in order to sign off on them in the first place. Has this person changed? Have your feelings changed? Oh, let's look. Yeah. Oh, there's that Six of Swords again. Oh, really? Somebody here has looked pretty long and hard at some mental health issues, and I don't know if that's you or if that's this other person. Somebody here may have been going through a tough time when you met them the last time. There's a change that's happened here, and there's an energy of stability that's come in here for somebody. And the Ace of Pentacles is my favorite card to get in any reading, whether it's love or career or family or finance, whatever, because it just means it's a brand new solid beginning, something you can trust in. It's possible that both individuals here have relocated. You may have moved closer to one another, Aries. I feel like someone here has had to deal with a lot of change and a lot of upheaval. And quite honestly, I feel like both of you are kind of two peas in a pod here. There is a lot of mirroring happening here. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you've got two people here who would love to sit and share old war stories of past nightmare relationships. Not like that's fun or anything. I mean, maybe it's fun if you drink enough, whatever. But it doesn't sound like the best time. But I feel like the two of you are kind of peas and carrots. You would get along really well just about no matter what you talked about here. But we've got two people who've kind of been wishing for each other for a while. And it feels like now that you have each made these changes, it's possible that you can come back towards one another. And if you do, it feels like it's a pretty healthy, brand new beginning, because there's been a lot of changes that have been made here. You may be dealing with a Cancerian. You may be dealing with another fire sign, or possibly a water sign here. All right. You'll have to let me know what you think. Let me just real quick, like with this Empress in the reverse. I'm so glad I asked, because I have the Emperor that came out on top of it. Oh, snap. I really feel like this is what it is here, Aries, because the Emperor and the Empress, clearly, that's a pair, right? I feel like when this situation initially happened, this first older situation over here, before you made this commitment to something else and now you've moved on from it, I feel like this person was not in a good headspace. This person wasn't ready for what you had to offer. They weren't ready for a serious, solid relationship. They may not have shown themselves in the best light. They may not have shown themselves to have the best character. They were going through a lot here. And it feels like there's been a major change here. There's no denying you guys go together, whoever you are here. And there's no denying that there's been some kind of a major change, major shift, a lot of sexual passion, possibly a little bit of obsession here. You're like, where's the mental health? I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I think somebody has looked closely at their mental health. I think that somebody may here have looked hard at some things. They may have dug up some things that they needed to take care of here. I feel like there have been some major changes here. I don't think you're even worried about it. I'm not worried about it for you either. I don't know why I'm not. I usually worry about everything. Which is funny that I said that, because I just have had police siren lights going down the side of the road. So maybe we do have something we want to worry about. Maybe that is kind of a warning sign. But I don't know. You guys seem to want to be together here, and this person wants to reach out and contact you. So I don't know what you're going to do with it. I see with this Tower energy here and the Nine of Cups underneath that. And there's the Empress again in the upright position. I'm right here. Yes, I am. The next time you get together with this person, it's going to be an eye-opening experience for the both of you. You're going to be shocked by how attracted you are to one another. Again, how quickly the conversation flows between the two of you. There's a lot of wish fulfillment here with this Nine of Cups. And there's the Empress there again, all happy and in the upright position. We had that out twice there for you. And then we had that Emperor that goes with it. I mean, you can't really make a clearer pair than that. It looks really good there, Aries. I don't know. Alrighty, if that was your reading, let me know, because it was kind of clear as mud to me, but we'll see how it all goes. All right, thank you for letting me read for you, Aries. Next up, we have Leo, second of our fire signs. I'm going to stick with that Tarot of Wonderland for Leos. I have somebody here who's tired of waiting. I have a new love relationship coming out here for some of you. I have some fear here for some of you Leos. If you've just started a new relationship, there are some of you who are afraid that you are not good enough in some way. And I hate that. It's not true. There's somebody here who's afraid they're not going to be loved as much as they love someone else. It's an energy of insecurity. I don't think it's legitimate. I have this Ace of Cups, which is telling me that you're attracting the right people towards you, whether you want to believe it or not. Whoever you're involved with, they seem to feel like you are the right person for them, that you are wonderful, beautiful, handsome, whatever, all the things. This is a lot of fear-based energy for some of you. Now, some of you, Leos, are not with the person that you want to be with. It feels like there's an energy of separation here, and there's somebody who says, you know, I can't keep doing this all by myself anymore. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of waiting for the right person to come along. I'm tired of feeling separated. I'm tired of feeling lonely. I've got the Empress in the reverse there again. The Empress in the reverse is divine feminine energy. It's Virgo energy, but this is someone who doesn't feel like they've always made the best choices for themselves or other people involved. This could be someone who is struggling right now to feel secure financially or to feel like they're doing a good job at home. You may be struggling with your kids. This could also be a mother figure or female mentor in your life who's struggling a little bit right now, and you're feeling like you're having to pick up a lot of the pieces for them, or having to carry a heavy load for this person. There's an energy of fatigue here. There's an energy of tired, sick and tired of what's been happening for a while. Those of you who are in a new love relationship, you've waited a long time for this. Do not let your fears and insecurities keep you from being as happy as you could be in this relationship and situation. I'm going to get another deck. Hold on. Let us use this Tarot of Dreams. It's by Cyril Marchetti. Let's see if I can get my hands around it. Barely. All right. I have this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and I was noticing it when I went to shuffle it. Because this Empress is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or excuse me, it's Virgo energy, and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You could have a Virgo or a mother figure, someone you've known for a long time, someone you care about a lot who's not doing very well, and you are actually having to take care of them right now and help a lot. It's possible that... for some of you, secrets are coming out about this person, and it could be related in relation to someone that you're married to, Leo, or this could be someone that you have a serious commitment with, and it feels like there's an energy of possibly divorce, also just a general unfairness about this situation. Can be legal matters not going the way that you need them to. I really feel, Leo, that you are the one who's having to push this boulder up the hill, though. Okay, and I think that you're getting tired of doing it. And I think that for those of you who are not in a partnered relationship, you're getting tired of doing this all on your own. I feel like there's two groups of you here, Leo, watching this. I have the Two of Wands. Now, a lot of you are ready for partnership, but you are second guessing yourself. This is the group that I was talking about who have new love coming into their lives. You may have just started a new relationship, or you may just feel like there's one coming towards you. And if that's true, if that's the case, then you're right. There is, because this Ace of Cups is an energy of a new love relationship coming towards you. And it can only come towards you after you've done the hard work, Leo. After you have done what you need to do to vibrate at an authentic, frequency for yourself and attract the right kind of person towards yourself. You've done that. It's really just getting out of your own way in this situation. With the Two of Wands on its side here, the Two of Wands is a lusty card. It's someone who's ready for sexual partnership. Now, whenever it's somebody who feels like they have a lot to offer to somebody and they would like to share their life, part of their life with someone. And when I have the card come out on its side, I know that you are not sure. I think somebody here is feeling insecure or just not entirely sure that they're ready. It feels like you need to have a conversation with this person that is new in your life about these feelings, about these situations, whatever you're going through. Communication is key. But I think you're tired of feeling kind of alone, and I think you're tired of feeling left out from that energy, and I think that you're sick of feelings of separation. If you haven't been in a partnered relationship in a while, I think you're saying, you know what, I think it's time. And if you have a new relationship coming towards you, I think that you're nervous about taking it to the next level. All right? All right. I I have the King of Wands in the reverse and the King of Swords in the upright position. Some of you have more than one person coming towards you this month. Leo, what have you got going on? I think that you must just look amazing right now, is all I can figure. I feel like you have two masculine energies coming towards you. King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This may be you. Or this could be another fire sign coming towards you. More about that in a second. I also have this King of Swords energy here. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. I feel if there are two people that are coming towards you, one of them feels like a better choice than the other one. One of them is a smarter choice. There's someone here who's a good communicator. There's someone who wants to talk to you. Someone here who sees you as a good partner for them. Someone they want to spend their time with. Someone they want to talk to. This King of Wands in the reverse energy can either be you, Leo, kind of second guessing yourself, feeling a little underconfident, feeling not feeling brave enough to get through this, or this can be someone else who's trying to spend their time with you and you feel like they're a poor choice for you. If that's the case, this would be someone who's very temperamental, someone who has a bad temper, someone who can't control their behaviors, someone who makes poor choices without thinking first, you know, that kind of impulsive behavior that seems to cause like wildfires, right? You'll know the difference and you'll know who these people are in your life. I just feel like you're ready for someone to help you carry all these burdens that you have had to deal with on your own for a while. And if that's the case, I feel like you haven't been honest about how stressful this has been for you. Some of you have gone through a divorce recently, or you're about to. Some of you are struggling to hold on to a marriage because you believed that was the right choice. You believed that you should, and it's not working out that way. Some of you have been in relationships either now or you're leaving a relationship where someone didn't tell you the truth and it was exposed. And it may have been with a Virgo energy. I have the Death in the reverse. I really feel like there are some of you, those of you who are kind of on the cusp of divorce, and I really feel like there's like 3 different Leo energies that I'm reading for here. For those of you who are kind of starting a process of divorce, it feels like you don't want to let it go, like you don't want to let this other person go because you have such a belief in this. This is the Hierophant card. This is a card of marriage. It's a card of traditional values. It's stoicism. It's doing things by the book. And some of you have been faced with having to make a choice that you simply don't agree with. And it's because you found out some things about this person and they had perhaps not been telling you the truth about some things. And I have the 4 of Cups in the reverse, and you're very tired of being on your own in this situation. There's a big emphasis, Leo, right now of not wanting to be alone. Those of you who are just starting new relationships, you may have 2 people who are coming towards you. One is definitely a better choice than the other one, and you know, trust your gut, Leo. And those of you who are starting new relationships, Leo, do not allow your insecurities or your fears to get the better of you in them. Trust me, this person that's coming towards you feels the same way about you that you feel about them. They're ready for the same kind of thing that you're ready for with this 2 of Wands. You've got 2 people here who are going to walk down the same bridge and choose the same door together, right? And for those of you who are not in any kind of a relationship at all, it feels like there's just a lot of emphasis on you being tired of having to do a lot of things on your own and kind of wishing that someone would come and help you pick up some of these pieces that are starting to fall on the ground here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the Tarot of Dreams by Cyril Marchetti. And it's got about, I think it's like 6 extra cards in the deck that aren't in a traditional deck of tarot cards. And you've got this tree of life here. This is someone who's being reminded. For those of you, I feel like I have somebody here who's taking care of an elderly relative, either a grandmother, a great-grandmother, grandfather, mother, father, someone who is part of your family. And I feel like it's getting harder and harder to do it. I think that you're having to do a lot of things on your own, and it seems like it's kind of spinning out of control, and you're starting to wonder if you can do it, if you can stand it, if you can hold this any longer. And I feel like with this tree of life, it kind of reminds us, it's kind of like a family tree, but it goes far beyond that. It's kind of like an ancestral family tree, Leo, where I feel like you're being reminded of how important you are to your family, and how important it is that you feel good about your interactions with your family. And I know that this is a hard time for you, and I don't think it's fair that you have to do it on your own. But for a lot of you, this is going to be really important, an important time that you spend with this other person. And it's kind of one of those things that will forever be part of your lineage, be part of, I don't know, the stardust of your soul, for lack of a better explanation, something that is just positive karma that you accrue because of all the love that you're giving to this other person in their time of need. And I think it's so appreciated. For those of you who are ending a relationship, a marriage of some sort, and you're not happy about it. I mean, no one would be. I mean, you never meet anybody who's happily getting divorced, really. I mean, maybe sometimes you do. But I feel like there's kind of a not wanting to let it go energy here from either you or the other person involved. And I think that you're starting to get tired. I think you've started to notice how lonely you have been in this relationship and for how long. I think there's someone here who's tired of feeling lonely and on their own for so long. And I think that when you really start to look long and hard at how long it's been that you've been feeling that way, and you're truly honest with yourself, you're going to realize that you deserve a lot more. You deserve a lot better. And I feel like, Leos, there's probably going to be a change coming towards you soon. Some of you need help with the circumstances that you're in and the situations that you're experiencing. And I'm sure that that help is probably right around the corner. This was your reading for this week, but obviously I'm going to come back and read for you next week, Leo. And we'll see how this shapes up. I'm hoping that you're going to get some support this week, Leo. And for those of you who are starting new relationships, it looks good. The only concerns there are really the ones that you're manufacturing in your own mind because of insecurities. All right. I love you all so much. Thank you for letting me read for you, Leo. Next up, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we're going to use this Chicoli deck for you. Possibly some drama. Wow. Okay. Oh, Sagittarius. Okay, so the first card out was the King of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, of course. So thank you for showing up for yourself. Nicely done. I have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and I have the Three of Wands in the reverse that goes with it. I feel like, Sagittarius, despite your very best effort, there's something that's kind of sneaking up on you here, whether it's just happened or it's about to happen this week, that you're not really expecting. It's something that comes around from the past. This may be a past partner, someone that you were in an on-again, off-again relationship with, or somebody that you thought was kind of done and gone with, coming back around, and you're not expecting it to happen. And I feel like it's going to stir up a lot of emotions within you. This person would like a commitment from you. This is a past love relationship coming back towards you, Sagittarius. I don't know why I feel that way. I just feel that way. Could be a Taurus, doesn't have to be. It's really somebody who's looking for a commitment from you. This is somebody who says, I want to share my life with you. I want to share my future with you. But here's the thing. My friend Meg always says an X is an X for a reason. And when we have that Ten of Swords in the reverse, this tells me this person is in fact an X. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Here's the deal. You guys walked away from each other at one point in the past. Yes, you did. You at the time felt like everybody was going to be better off if you did that. And it feels like now somebody's had a change of thought. Somebody's had a change of heart. Well, great. Because 9 stabs wasn't good enough. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Yeah, now I have the Knight of Swords crossing that. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. You're going to be surprised when this conversation is started. Could be a Happy Valentine's Day heart emoji text, and it might surprise you. This person wants a conversation with you, and ultimately they want a commitment from you, possibly marriage-minded. It comes out of left field. You're not expecting it. Whoop. I'm going to keep those. And I have the Hangman on its side. This may be a Pisces that's coming towards you, but this would be, I feel like I'm hearing somebody say, I should have guessed it. I could have set my watch by that. So while you're not expecting it, somebody here has kind of been waiting for the other shoe to drop. With this person, I've got the Six of Pentacles. This is a very reciprocal relationship, although in the past, this person didn't tell you how much they loved you when they did. You thought this person didn't love you enough. You left. This person had some time to think about it. Now they've changed their mind. I've got the Devil and I have the Six of Swords. This person's made a lot of changes in the recent past. And they're pretty attracted to you. Could be a Leo. Could be a Capricorn. Could be a Leo again. This is someone who wants to send you a message. Can be a Cancerian or a Virgo as well. I'm going to leave those two in the deck, although they are definitely, well, no, I'm going to keep them. Alrighty. Alrighty. So this is the Chicoli deck. This is the Devil card for the Chicoli deck. This person can't get you off their mind. I don't know what y'all had going on together, but this person's pretty darn obsessed. They've given it some time and thought about how they feel about you. All they want to do in the world is to fix this with you. They haven't reached out to you sooner because they're afraid you're going to reject them. Because apparently that's something that y'all did back and forth a lot. With the Six of Swords here, this is someone who's, again, made a lot of major changes. They may have physically relocated recently. You may have physically relocated recently. But this is somebody who wants you to know that they've changed. And they feel like they really aren't going to be at peace or at rest until they have this conversation and let you know how much they love you, like you, think you're wonderful, beautiful, handsome, all that in a bag of chips, right? Right. This person, if I'm going to be honest, this person's been alone. You may have been alone a lot recently too, because you're not together. But this person's taken a lot of time to really think about how they feel, what's on their mind, what's been lurking subconsciously, what it was that took you guys apart from one another in the first place. This person may have taken themselves to counseling, therapy, something like that. They may have gotten themselves some help for some inner child wounding, something like that. But in any case, it feels like they've made a lot of changes here. Let's get another deck and clarify. This person, when they message you, they may not straight up tell you how they feel. That may be more of a message of, hey, can we be friends again? Can we just get together? Can we get together for drinks or for dinner or something and just catch up? They're not going to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They're going to be holding on to all of that. But I think we know the truth here, Sagittarius. This person, honestly, this person has a lot of commitment energy coming towards you. This is someone who may want to ultimately buy a home with you, may want to settle down and start a family with you. If you have a family already, this is someone who would like to take care of your family with you. They haven't been talking to you for some time. We know that. And they've been waiting for the right moment to reach out and talk with you. Waiting until they feel like you're going to be open to hearing them. You may have been very upset with this person the last time they spoke with you, and you may have said, I never want to talk to you ever again. I don't ever want to see your face again. I don't want to hear your voice again. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. And I think it didn't matter. This person still couldn't let you go. And it's possible that you feel the same way, because clearly you're pretty keyed into their energy here. Okay, Sagittarius, let's just call a spade a spade. And I have the Justice card on its side. Well, I mean, quite honestly, this person could have been dealing with a lot of, well, I feel like some kind of situation happened during Libra season of last year, which would be like September, October time. This person may have started making changes in their lives around that time. For some of these individuals, they have relocated, and some of them it's due to a divorce of some sort. And there's someone here who wants to fix everything that happened during that time with you. Aww, that's adorable. You've got the Six of Cups out. This person sees you as a past life soulmate. This person sees you as someone they would love to grow old with. You may have known this person for a long time, Sagittarius. And I've got the Queen of Pentacles on its side over here. This person sees you with wifey, hubby vibes. This person would like a family with you. There's an energy of fertility here, so watch out. This is someone who feels like, I feel like somebody didn't see somebody in the past as this stable, nurturing person that they're seeing them as now. And I don't know if that's on your side or on their side here, Sagittarius, but now somebody sees this like partnership, spouse energy here, soulmate energy and love energy here. So I don't know what you're going to do with that. I don't know how you're going to feel about this person. Got the Empress out there. This person's been watching you from a distance. All your social media pages, anything you're putting out there, this person's picking it up. They're looking at it, even if you don't know it. This person wants a new beginning with you. And this person, what did I say? All that in a bag of chips? Yeah, that's how they see you. They think that you're very beautiful, that you're very handsome, very loving and kind, and this person may have taken that for granted in the past. And I know that's what everybody wants to hear. Oh, the person that left you ages ago and wasn't so nice to you now has changed their mind and they think you're so wonderful and they want to come back to you. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that if the cards weren't here. It feels like there was a breakup that you've both healed from, okay? And I feel like somebody here has a plan of how they want this to happen, how they want this situation to go down. Whoever you're dealing with here, Sagittarius, they're a thinker and they're a planner, and they are happy to wait until they think you're in the right place to talk to them again. I think I would expect to hear from this person within the next 2 weeks, probably less than 2 weeks. Yes. They could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. If you had blocked this person or they had blocked you in the past, that's changed. Now we have communication coming in for you guys. Alrighty, that was your reading for this week, Sagittarius. I don't know, I'm cautiously optimistic for you guys, but like Meg always says, you know, an X is an X for a reason. But, you know, sometimes It's like take two, take three until you get the perfect shot, right? Yeah. And I feel like it's going to take a lot of bravery for this person to come back towards you. I think they think you're mad. Yeah. And I think when they do reach out to you, you're going to be a little surprised, a little taken aback, and you're not really sure how you're going to deal with that. I think for those of you who know this, who this is, and you can kind of like, you're like, yeah, I was setting my watch for that to go down. When this person does reach out to you, it feels like it's a little emotionally overwhelming for you. It kind of puts you in a spot where you're like, well, but we did let go of each other. We thought that was going to be best for everybody back then. What's changed? And I think you may be surprised to hear about some of the changes that have happened within this other person. Is it good enough? I don't know. You know who this person is. I don't. So you'll have to decide. All right. Thanks for letting me read for you, Sagittarius. I will catch up with you guys next week. Next up, we have Ophiuchus. So Ophiuchus, if you're an Ophiuchus, you would have been born between November 29th and December 17th. And let's use this Star Power Tarot for Ophiuchus. You got the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, and the Empress under that, you nuts. And the Moon in the reverse. I'm going to leave this in here and see if it comes out in this again. Ophiuchus, you may have a perfect partnership coming towards you here. I've got Emperor, Empress energy here. That's Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy. There's the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Man, I'm such a clumsy shuffler tonight. And the Tower, and there's that Two of Wands. Yep, yep, yep. Not waiting any longer. There's that. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Alrighty. So I feel like Ophiuchus, and I'm just gonna get another deck and start clarifying now because I've got this Empress sitting here on top of the deck here. Is that what I thought it was? Hold on. Let me just be a dork here for a minute. Yes, it is. And there's the Chariot card there, stuck to the table. I got the Chariot out there twice. You may be dealing with a Cancerian. You could be dealing with an Aries. Doesn't have to be those zodiac signs. However, I feel like you've got a real partnership coming towards you, Ophiuchus, and I don't know if you know it or not. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy with the Emperor and the Empress. Those, it looks really good. I've got the Two of Wands here. I have you both in the right place at the right time, both on the same page, both wanting the same things. The Two of Wands is a very lusty card. As soon as you see each other, you're not going to want anybody else. I love it. The Lovers card comes out. That's another soulmate energy. Okay. It's a card of Gemini, but this is somebody who's about to be faced with a major choice in love. You have Cancer out there 3 times. You may be dealing with a Cancerian. I feel like when you bump into this person, when you see this person, as soon as your eyes meet, it's like everything kind of crumbles around you. It's almost like a cinematic where you see like just everything else falls away. Nobody else is even standing in the room anymore. You've waited a long time for this and you don't have to wait any longer. Those of you who are single, this person is going to be a very healthy, positive match for you. This person wants to reach out and send a message to you as soon as they meet you. This person wants to speak to you. They have so much to say, they almost can't get it out fast enough. This person is willing to make this is an interesting thing. I've never said this before about the Chariot card. This person is willing to do anything it takes. They will make any change they need to make in order to come towards you, Ophiuchus. Or you may feel that way about them. I think you both feel the same way about each other because you've got that out there twice already. Golly geez, and there's that Empress again. There we go. We have a lot of happy thoughts here. There is the Tower out there again, and the Moon again, and there's the Emperor again. All right. I'm just so excited for you. I don't really know. I really don't think I even need to read these cards, but we're gonna. I'm gonna have to ask a little bit about this Moon energy that's out there twice. I'm gonna ask a little bit about this Tower energy that's out there twice. You've got the Empress out there twice. You've got the Emperor out there twice. You've got the Chariot out there twice. And we've only used 2 decks. There are 78 cards in a deck of tarot cards. So you tell me what the probability is of having all the same cards from 2 different decks. And this one, this Star Power Tarot, we haven't even used it yet tonight. So anyway, What is the situation with this moon card that comes out here twice? Why do we have that out here? Because the moon can be about secrets coming to light. That's what it is. Okay. This person may have had their eye on you for a long time, unbeknownst to you, but quite honestly, if this is an Emperor, Empress, divine counterpart situation, you probably already know this person has you heavily on their mind. Divine counterpart energies and relationships tend to have a really heavy telepathic bond between them. You can pretty much tune into them at any time and kind of know what they're thinking and what they're feeling. But tell me more about this moon. This is someone who has been hoping and praying for an opportunity to run into you. This is adorable. Oh my gosh. This is someone who, the Three of Wands is an energy of manifestation, not to be confused with spell work, but it's kind of like heavy duty prayer, right? It's like concentrated prayer, right? Which is good. I like that. This is someone who is just waiting for the right moment. It's like you guys are magnetized to one another. And here's the deal with soulmates. You can't fuck it up. You can't miss it. If they have to hit you with their car, they will find you. Yes. You are in a great place here, Ophiuchus. Dang. I think that if you've met this person already, I think the moon coming out here twice is just an indication that there are all of these heavy feelings that the both of you have had for one another that have been unexpressed. If this person, you haven't met them before, when you meet them, as soon as your eyes meet, you will recognize them. And it will be like, this sounds so hokey, and you know I hate that, but it's like time stands still. I was asking in my mind, I was like, okay, well, what's this tower about? Because we've got the tower out here twice, right? And so the tower is basically a shock and awe kind of moment, something that, like I was saying, all time stands still, everything else falls apart, everything crumbles around the two of these individuals while they have their romantic comedy moment, right? I love it. But the reason we have this tower is because we have this Ace of Cups, and it is the recognition of yourself within someone else's soul. This is heavy, and heavy in like the best way though, okay? Okay. Hold on. This Emperor or Empress, whoever you guys are, and I don't know which one you are, because the Emperor and the Empress came out together as your first two cards. So I don't know which one you embody here, Ophiuchus, and it doesn't really matter. But the truth is that one or both of you may have recently gone through a breakup with someone else. If you know who this person is, you may not know that about them, or they may not know that about you. This Ace of Cups is magnetizing yourself to the right person because of a lot of, what did I say? Concentrated prayer. Good job. You're not going to have to wait any longer. Look at this. I have the Temperance card out. That's the card of Sagittarius. Some of you may be some Sagittarius swinging Ophiuchus, right? Because Ophiuchus is right between Scorpio and Sagittarius. But this could also be someone who is another Sagittarius. Or this can be, quite honestly, some of you have waited a long time for a healthy partnership, Ophiuchus. And for those of you who have, you did not spend your time just sitting idly by. You spent a lot of time working on yourself, or this other person did too. I feel like I'm reading for two of the same people here. I know we've got this Emperor Empress energy out here, and it's come out here twice. And I have this Lover's energy. So I know we have this like very, very big love relationship relationship coming towards you guys. I've got the Tower out there twice. I've got this Ace of Cups out there. I've got the Ace of Swords out here, which is like a destined conversation. I have both of you moving towards one another with the Chariot energy out there twice. But I promise you that the both of you have been working on yourselves during this time when you weren't together for whatever reason. I don't know if you've not met one another or if you had some time apart. Somebody here has gone through an ending or a breakup or something. But there has been a lot of work done on yourselves. No, I don't mean plastic surgery. I mean people who have really dove deep and looked at the darker aspects of themselves, some of the things they would like to clean up or change. I think you've both done that. And that is why you're so easily able to move towards together to each other now. That is why you're magnetized now. And that is why you're going to be in the position to meet this person. I would read and read and read and read about this, but I don't want to. I kind of want to let it go and see where this, one more. All right, one more. Now I've got the Ace of Wands. That's it. That's all you get. Yeah, we've got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords here. It's a lot of new beginning coming towards you, and it looks really good. There's a lot of sexual chemistry here. There's a lot of heart energy here, a lot of love energy here, and it really stems from this one conversation that's had. But I think it's more about eye contact here. I think as soon as you see this person, it's like, well, off to the races. It feels like as soon as my throat's all clogged up all of a sudden. It feels like as soon as you meet this person, everything else disappears around the two of you. It is so sweet. I love it. I mean, I could sit and read about this forever. This is such a fascinating connection that you've developed here, Ophiuchus, and I can't wait to see how it goes. If this is your reading, make sure you pop down in the comments and let me know what you've got going on in your life. I have heard from so many of you this week telling me that you've fallen in love. And I'm like, really? And you're like, yes. And I really like hearing that. So happy Valentine's Day to all y'all, whether it's Valentine's Day or not. I am just so happy for you all. I love to hear things like that. I love it when you're happy. So do always let me know. I'm happy to hear from you. All right, next up we have Scorpio. We are going to go with, we're going to use this after tarot for Scorpio. Yeah, I feel like for some of you Scorpios, you were just kind of thrust into a new beginning or a new ending. It feels like a decision was made for you, and now you're kind of having to pick up the pieces and move yourself along. Some of you may have had to leave behind a relationship. Somebody may have left you in a relationship. Some of you may have lost a job. Some of you may have been forced to physically relocate, something like that. But it was like an ending happened and it wasn't your choosing. If that's the case, you're going to be okay, buddy. Yeah, for sure. You're about to start something new, something very profitable. You may be starting a new job that sets you up to in a state of mentorship, something you can grow in. Some of you are going to be planning for your future and buying a new home. Some of you may be considering having children. Which I would love. That's such a sweet energy. And some of you are just seeing a new future for yourself. There's an energy of new, of tying up the old and out with the old, in with the new. All right, Scorpio. Oh, man. So I have the Tower in the reverse, the Two of Cups under that. Six of Pentacles, what was that? Four Swords, and the Empress in the reverse. I really do feel like you've just had something fall apart here with that Tower in the reverse. And usually when I have the Tower that comes out in the reverse, it's, more about that in a minute. It's kind of one of those, yeah, I could have seen that coming, or it can kind of be like pulling the Band-Aid off slowly. I'm not sure if this was the case for you, though. This kind of feels like it came out of nowhere and it was a surprise. Some of you had what you thought was a very healthy partnership, and all of a sudden it's fallen apart. You may have been friends with this person for a very long time. It feels like we have a separation here. It feels like this person has almost abandoned you, or you feel like it's like talking to a brick wall, or this person may have left your life rather suddenly. They may have thought there was something better on, like greener pastures or something like that. This person, it feels like you're sad about it, and this person is nowhere to be found. They may not be talking to you. They may not be responding to you. I feel like you have got, and I don't know if this is you, or I don't know which side of the coin you're on here, or which character you play, but with the Empress in the reverse, that's someone who's not feeling like their best self. This is someone who could be very overly emotional. This is someone who may have a family, and now they're having to deal with that and pick up the pieces on their own. That is not good. That is not fun. That is not easy. If that is your situation, Scorpio, I'm so sorry that that has happened. I feel like this is someone who has a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. You may have a lot of bills to pay. This person may have left you with debt, or with a lot of extra need in some way. This person, it feels like you had to work hard for either this person's attention, their affection, or their interaction in some way, and it seems like that's kind of come to a head here. Okay, well, great. We have a new start though here for you. Ooh, yes we do. You aren't going to spend too much time mourning this situation. You're kind of on to bigger and better things. Like I said, I feel like you're about to be offered a new opportunity. This poor person over here, I think you will maintain a friendship of some sort with them, but it will never be the same. And quite honestly, and I know a lot of times you want to hear this. I know a lot of times people want to hear that the person that broke up with them or left them is going to be in pain, and they're going to be in agony, and they're going to miss them so much. I don't know if that's quite the case here, but this person will forever regret having lost your friendship. Okay. Because I feel like you guys were friends before anything else. I mean, you could have just been friends, but I feel like there are some of you, this may have been a love relationship. This person will forever regret having lost you, and there's no way to put it back in, you know. And quite honestly, the two of you outgrew each other in some way. And I know you may not feel that way right now. You may not understand that right now, but it won't be long until you do. You may need about a month to kind of just be peaceful with yourself and give yourself some time. And that's fine, because it feels like, quite honestly, within the next week, you're going to be feeling a lot better. But I think that you're wanting to take a little bit more time to heal from this. Whenever that situation happened, it feels like you need a full month of kind of alone time, some solitude, just some quietude to get your feelings wrapped up and to kind of start getting yourself on track again, because whatever this situation was, it left you in a bad state emotionally, possibly having to clean up a big mess. Okay. And it feels like you need some time here. Now, once that little hiccup is over here, we move on to something that is very bright. It's very vibrant. You're going to have a ton of energy starting next week. If you have been feeling sluggish and a little depressed, and I can see why you might, that's all about to change. Trust me, you're not going to be alone for forever. That's for sure. I don't think you're interested in starting a new relationship. However, there are a lot of people who want to talk to you, and it feels like you're just starting a lot of new things. It feels like this ending is happening when it's supposed to. And I know nobody likes to hear that, but Scorpio, it feels like it is a timing situation here. You had to have this removed from your system in order to prepare yourself for what's about to come into your life. I have this Judgment energy here, which is kind of like, it's a wake-up call. it's something new. It's kind of like now we can start. Now that we've been brought down to our very basis foundation, we can start something new, something healthier, something better for us, something that brings a lot more energy into our lives. Quite honestly, I feel, Scorpio, if you look back on this past relationship that has just kind of fallen apart here, and you really start looking at how it affected you emotionally, physically, how it made you feel about yourself, I think you're going to come to the conclusion of, yeah, you know, I think it's best to let that go, right? Because you're about to have new love come into your life here with this Knight of Cups energy, and you got the Queen of Cups under that. You aren't looking for love with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, but I feel like love comes towards you. It's because you don't think you're ready. You've just gone through this upheaval. You're not sure you're ready, but guess what? Nobody else got that memo. So Scorpio, you're going to have 1 to 2 people contacting you within the next month to tell you that they are interested in you romantically. I think that you're guarding your heart, though. You're being very careful. You're really taking care of yourself, and that's smart. I think you're focused on work here. Other people are focused on you. Typical, right, for being so good looking as you are. Yes. But I feel like you're really guarding yourself, and you're really just taking care of yourself right now, Scorpio, and that's good. And I don't think you really want anybody that's coming towards you. It's just like every person that comes towards you, you're like, next. And it's because you're still healing. You're still working on that, right? And until you meet the right person that's on the same page as you, you're not interested. There's just so much pouring out of liquid here. You know, this one's pouring out liquid and that one's pouring out liquid. It's just kind of like, no, I know that I have what I need already. I don't need anyone else to inject themselves into my life, insert themselves into my life. However, people are going to try. It's good, though, that you're in the position that you're in here, Scorpio, where I think you're pretty smart and you're not accepting very many people into your life. And I have the 2 of Cups in the reverse, same as this. You're still pretty hung up on this ending, and I feel like it's pretty fresh wounding, so I don't blame you. Seriously? And we've got the Page of Swords out there again? You may be expecting to receive some contracts in the next few days. I think that's going to happen. I think that within 3 to 5 days, if you've been looking for something regarding your work or career to come through, I think it does. If you've been waiting on an email or waiting for a contract to come in the mail, I think it does come this week, Scorpio. And with this 2 of Cups energy, I think you're going to heal from this situation faster than you. I think you're going to surprise yourself at how fast you heal from this situation. Yeah, but really be patient with yourself here, Scorpio, because there's some fear now that you have. This situation over here really did. Oh, man. There's the Ace of Cups in the reverse again. You got it twice out there in the reverse. But I feel like this ending over here brought up some major insecurities within yourself. Some of you may have to look at some deep-seated toxicities within yourself or within the people you've been attracting. And I think for some of you, something about this situation brought up feelings of insecurity. Could be about the way that you look, how smart you are, how much money you make, how nice of a person you are, how well you get along with other people, something like that. This person challenged some of your beliefs about yourself, and you are going to have to take a hard look at that, and you're going to come up to the conclusion that they're probably wrong, and there's nothing wrong with you, Scorpio. You're wonderful and you're fine. This just wasn't your person, and that's okay. And I think it's going to take you some time to heal. Other people want to reach out to you and spend time with you, but I think you are pretty dead set on this state of self-isolation. All right, I think you're going to be that way for at least a month if this was your reading, and that's okay. I think that you're saying, you know what, until the right person comes along, I'm not interested in any person. And you know what, you're 100% right. And you know what? This looks like it was a difficult situation, and I think that you're right. You don't want to go back into a new relationship in the same way, because you're just going to be magnetizing the same people, the same types of people to yourself. You want to wait until you have grown enough, till you've healed enough to know that you're going to be attracting healthier people into your life, Scorpio. And you're so smart. I don't need to tell you that. You probably could have, well, these are your words for yourself. So you're just a smart cookie. Hang in there. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for letting me read for you, Scorpio. Next up, we have Cancer. We're going to use this traditional Rider-Waite deck for Cancer. Oh, Cancer, I'm very happy for you, and I think you're going to be very proud of yourself. I have some of you who are developing a plan for your future, and you're choosing to spend a lot of time alone. A lot of you are getting really serious about what you want your life to look like, and a lot of you, it's because you've had to get really serious. A lot of you have had to spend a lot of time in prayer recently, because there's been a lot going on in your lives that you've needed to pray about. A lot of times it's when we're brought down to our knees that we pray the most. You know, I mean, you're already down there, you might as well. But it looks like you've been through a tough time, and you may have needed some guidance, and you may have needed some help developing a new plan for your future. And I feel like you've been doing that. I think you're going to be really, really proud of yourself, Cancer, if you aren't already. I'm going to keep that out. Ace of Wands, you've got somebody's got you on their mind. Woo! Somebody here wants to make a plan with you, Cancer. Somebody here wants to help you with the things that you've been dealing with on your own. Somebody wants to come in and offer either financial support or just emotional support. They're also really sexually attracted to you. I just have to throw that in there. So just so you know. Okay. And I've got the Ace of Cups under that too. So it's not just that. They actually have a lot of love for you here too, Cancer. So we got the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. This is a brand new beginning. It feels like you've worked hard to get to this new place of beginning. But boy, it has been difficult for you, and I feel like you are still carrying a lot of heavy weight, heavy burden on your shoulders, a lot of heavy responsibility, and I feel like you're getting to the point where you don't want to do this by yourself anymore. You don't want to have to push this boulder up the hill by yourself any longer. I feel like you have somebody that wants to come in and help you with this situation. They want to develop a plan for the future with you. Some of you are going through a divorce or difficult legal proceedings with the Justice in the reverse. This may be why you need some help here. It's like, I can't take it anymore. I can't do this on my own any longer. And I have the Empress in the upright position. This is somebody, I understand that you have all this responsibility here, Cancer. You pull it off beautifully. You actually do. And a lot of people don't see the struggle that you're going through, because you may get up every day and pretend like it's no big deal. But inside, it's like you're starting to crack. This Empress energy is Virgo energy. You've got Virgo here and Virgo here with the Hermit and this Empress. You may have heavy Virgo in your chart. Or this just could be an energy that's floating around you today, Cancer. But this Empress energy is someone who's trying to make the best decision for everyone involved. They're trying to be a good mother, a good partner, a good friend, whatever. They're trying to do their best, and you've been praying a lot about this situation. Alrighty, let us, and you know what? Quite honestly, prayer, I think, is the most valuable choice you can make. It really, really is. You would be amazed at how quickly prayer, and praying for the right things, praying to not be right. It's not that you have to be right, or that you have to win in a situation, or that you have to be the best, or praying for the wrong people. It's not that. It's when you pray for the right things and you get out of your own way, I think change happens rapidly. I do. I'm going to grab this Vice Versa Tarot, Cancer, because yes, on the bottom of the deck, I've got the Empress stuck to the bottom there once again. Also Virgo energy, divine feminine energy, someone who has, again, a lot of responsibility around them. And quite honestly, you're working hard now, Cancer, and it feels like this is fighting an unending uphill battle. But the seeds that you're planting now are going to be very profitable in the next few months. You may not see it right now, but in the next few months, there's going to be a change to this situation. It's like help comes in. It's like prayers are answered, and all of the little things that you've set up, it's like a domino effect, Cancer. You've got the Tower on the other side of the deck. There was some kind of major situation that recently happened that made you feel a lot of upheaval. There's your card, Cancer. This happened directly to you. It affected you directly. It was a lot for you to deal with. It caused a lot of upheaval in your life, but it's also giving you a new opportunity for new beginnings. Yes, it has. And I feel like you're still carrying all of this on your own. But once you're out of the woods here, again, some of you are waiting for a divorce to be finalized, or some of you are dealing with legal situations, and some of you are just dealing with an awful lot of responsibility on your shoulders because of a family dynamic, or possibly even a business dynamic, a business that you own or something like that. But you're about to be happy. You're going to be happy about the things that have happened here, even though it doesn't seem like it right now, okay? Oh, I've got the Strength card out here. That's the card of Leo. And quite honestly, there's no reason to be strong if there's not a reason. Like, if there's not a reason to be strong, you don't need to be strong. But somebody here, anytime we get the Strength card out, the devil is always lurking in the background. This is somebody who's going to have to face up to things that are difficult. This is someone who's maybe going to have to stand up to someone in court, or they may have to stand up to someone in their home environment. Something is you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone in some way here, Cancer, and you're going to have to fight for yourself. You have the Ace of Wands out there again, and there's that Nine of Cups, and there's the Chariot. That's your card. And I've got the Emperor that goes with the Empress. I'm going to stop. So you're pretty well represented here, Cancer. You've got this Chariot energy. You've got this Moon card, both of them here. Those are both your cards. Good job. But with this Chariot, you're ready to move on from this situation. You just have to hang in there a little bit longer. There is someone that wants to come in here and help you deal with this situation, and they are, quite honestly, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't here in the cards, because I read the cards. I'm not going to infer anything that's based on my own opinion most of the time, although sometimes I will. But there's clearly someone who's a very good match for you here in this situation, showing up to support you, Cancer. Empress, Emperor. Emperor, Empress. That's you guys, okay? All right. You have a brand new beginning here that's going to affect your love life, your sex life, your family life, maybe where you live. And I understand there's been all this upheaval, but someone wants to help you get through this. And I feel like they're going to be a really supportive partner. I feel like you just have to hang in there for maybe, what are we looking at here? 1 month. Well, that's fair. What are we in now? February. Okay. Maybe 1 to 5 months. That's a lot of, I don't think it's going to be that long. I don't think you're going to have to wait 5 months for this to conclude, but some of you may. For a lot of you, this situation is going to clean itself up within the next month. But for some of you, this is going to be a little bit longer, and you may need more support than you think. For some of you, this isn't going to be cleared up until kind of summertime. So just kind of dig your heels in here. You're going to have to give 110% for a lot longer. And I know you're exhausted here. That's why I think it's a good thing for you to allow this person to give you some support here. Okay. All right. They want to anyway, and they love you and they like you and they think you look good too. All right. That was your reading for the week, Cancer. Thanks for letting me read your cards. Hang in there. I will see you soon. Next up, we have Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Okay, we're going to use this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys. All right, what do we have for Pisces? Welcome. Oh, my goodness. Well, y'all got the Ace of Cups, too. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. Is that all we have flipped? Good. Ace of Cups can be a new love relationship coming towards you. It can be finding yourself again after an ending here with the Three of Swords in the reverse. The Three of Swords, I always call it the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, right? It indicates a breakup, heartache, grief, and pain. Oh my. And when we have it in the reverse, the swords are already starting to fall out. The healing's already begun. It feels like you found yourself again, Pisces, for the first time in a long time. And I'm so happy for you. You are a beautiful person, and you're attracting a lot of good things into your life. I think you're going to be happy again for the first time in a long time. You may have had a difficult Sagittarius season. I saw this Temperance card out when I was shuffling initially. I didn't take it out because I was like, well, if it's supposed to come out, it'll show up again. Apparently it has. For some of you, this ending happened during Sagittarius season. It was an ending of a love relationship. Things were not good. It didn't go well. Everything fell apart. Now we've got the Emperor out here. Emperor's card of divine masculine. It is a card of Aries. It's someone who decides to take charge of their own life. That could be you, Pisces, or that can be someone that you have on your mind. In fact, this entire reading could be about you or someone that you have on your mind. So you'll just have to decide where you fit into this. But I really do feel like you're the one who's about to be very happy. I feel like you're the one who's recently ended something here. It does feel like it happened not that long ago. You had to make a major choice in your love life. You did. Everything kind of fell apart. You lost something that was important to you, that had your heart for a long time. It feels like you had really struggled to make this change, and now I feel like things are getting better. If you've been going through any kind of depression, any kind of just sluggishness, feeling too lazy, feeling like you don't want to get up and do anything because you clearly have gone through something difficult here. Don't worry. I feel like within the next few days, you're going to be feeling a lot better. That Sun card is a card of healing. It's also the card of Leo, but it's warm energy. It's yang energy. It's masculine energy coming towards you, but it's a card of healing. It's a card of happiness. Remember, I was getting so giddy at the beginning of this reading. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. You may be attracting this Emperor energy in towards you, or you may be this Emperor energy. All right, Pisces, you'll have to decide which side of this you're on. Okay. So I have this Devil card that comes out here, Pisces. And I have this Ace of Pentacles on its side. So I've got this Ace of Cups. I've got this Ace of Pentacles. I think the biggest well, let me get another. Yeah, because there's the Three of Swords that was on the bottom of this deck here again, and it's in the reverse where we've already had new growth starting to happen, okay, Pisces? And I do feel like you're on the other end of this. You're on the other side of this already, and I feel like you'd wanted to remove yourself from this situation for quite some time. Now you have. Now you have new love coming towards you. And I've got this Empress that goes with this Emperor, right? But I think there's some kind of a hitch in this giddy up here, though, Pisces, because you've got this really great partnership here. This is clearly a match made in heaven, right? With the Emperor and the Empress. That's divine feminine, divine masculine energy. This tells me we have two people who are pretty grown into themselves, who really do know what they want for the future coming towards one another. And there is a new beginning here for you in love. And you've gone through all this healing, and that's great. But I don't know why I have this Devil on its side. You could be attracting a Capricorn towards you. or it could be something else. I think it's possible that you may be worried about repeating the same patterns, and so you might keep this person at an arm's length until you decide. I would encourage you not to keep them at arm's length for too long, because this person seems to have good intentions towards you and they seem like a really positive match, but you know what's right for you, Pisces. Don't let me deter you. It's this Ace of Pentacles on, this is why I'm saying this. This is why I think this, Pisces. It's with the Devil that comes out here, that's an energy of toxicity, right? And the Ace of Pentacles, when it's in the upright position, it's pretty much the best card you can get in any reading as far as a new beginning, because it's something that's honest, it's true, and it's something that you know is going to last for a long time. It's a solid deal. But when I have cards that come out on their sides, that tells me either you haven't made your mind up about a situation, or it's your job to turn it into the upright or into the reverse. So I have you here who's gone through a lot of this healing. You've gone through this ending, whatever it was. It wasn't pretty. You've already started the process of getting over it. You've looked at how you got into it. You looked at how it went. You're kind of done with it. Let's push that over here. Now you're attracting this new healthy partnership into your life, but you're really on the fence about it. You're afraid that it's going to go the same way that this one over here has. And maybe you're right. I don't know. Let's look. So I have the Temperance card out here again. Again, Sagittarius energy. You may be attracting a Sagittarius towards you, or you may have met this person during Sagittarius season, or you could have ended this situation over here during Sagittarius season. Doesn't have to be, but really Temperance is an energy of tempering oneself, looking at one's daily life, your habits, your routines, what's going to work for you. What side will make me grow taller? What side will make me grow shorter? Who do I want to be? And it's an energy of patience with that. If you've ever looked at tempering steel, first you heat it up, then you bang it out, then you cool it in the water, and you do it over and over and over and over again until you get the material looking the way you want it to look, into the kind of tool that you want to see it turn into. And I feel like you're kind of in the process of doing that in your own life here, Pisces. And I keep getting this sense of worry and fear and anxiety. There's an impatience in the past. Okay, there it is. I feel like in the past, you may have been impatient with whatever this relationship was, because it didn't go the way that you had expected it to go. Or it maybe lasted a long time, but it never got off the ground entirely. And you were patient and you waited and you waited, and you're afraid you're going to get yourself into the same situation over here. And you, I think, Pisces, whoever you are, may have a tendency to do everything on your own in the first place. And so it's hard for you to have somebody come in and disrupt your independence, for one thing, but also trust someone else with what you have going on in your life. That is too many. That's silly. No. Hold on. There we go. There's, honestly, Pisces, if you have ended this relationship pretty recently, you're asking yourself to stay single and on your own and independent for a while. Despite the fact that this other person is coming towards you, and maybe that's actually what it is here. Maybe it's not that you're so worried about it looking like another, well, maybe it is. This Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress, which you've already got out here, Pisces. And so, but it's someone who's independent and on their own, single, typically, and really turning their back on anyone else, because like I was saying, you're used to being independent. You're used to doing things on your own. You may be a little bit concerned about getting yourself into this kind of situation again. And I can understand that, but but this person seems to be the perfect match for you. And honestly, not only do you have the Emperor and the Empress out here together with all of these happy vibes, and they are happy vibes. I mean, the Sun is really the happiest card in the entire deck of tarot, right? Everybody knows that, everybody says it, it's true. But you've got the Ten of Cups here, which is an energy of marriage. It's all the love. It's like every bit of love you could ever want, right? It's the ultimate in a love relationship. And these are two people who have finally found each other, who are finally able to come together here, Pisces. It's an energy of marriage, but also family, and a blended family coming together as well. For some of you, that may be of significance. And I feel like you're going to come to a point where you can release yourself from whatever this was over here. Some of you are kind of beating yourself up over the way this went down over here. And you've kind of kept yourself from meeting new people because you were just kind of dealing with your feelings about yourself in this situation. Why is that? Well, there's your card right there. There's that Hanged Man energy. A lot of you feel like you may have messed this situation up over here because you couldn't make up your mind about this person, and that's simply not true. Quite honestly, it's okay for you to have been on the fence about this person over here because it looks like it ended anyway. So there you go. You don't have to feel badly about that any longer. And for some of you, you struggle with being alone in general. And for those of you who feel that way, you're encouraging yourself to be independent and to be on your own, single on your own for a while. And for those of you who are like, forget all that, I'm so excited to see this person. Whoever this Emperor, Empress is for you. And I don't know which one you really are. You got them both out here. Masculine and feminine. This person is coming around the mountain. All right. Yes. All right. It looks really good. It looks really good. I'm actually really excited for you. If you're a Pisces and you know who this person is that's coming towards you, let me know, because I just want to know that you guys are happy. I want to know, like I said, everybody keeps messaging me and telling me how much they are so in love. And I get so excited every time I hear it. I don't know. I guess just everybody, well, you know, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, right? I guess it happens. Plus, there's a real springtime vibe in the air around here, too. I've been noticing everybody's in a really good mood, and there really is just this energy of attracting love for all of you. It just feels I'm just so happy for you. Anyway, that was your reading for the week, Pisces. Next up, we have Capricorn, first of our earth signs. Ooh, Capricorn, we're going to use this Mary El Tarot for you guys. Alrighty, Capricorn. Capricorn, I got the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck with the Devil underneath that, which is your card. Very good. And the Nine of Pentacles, too. This is someone who's focusing on their own stability. This is someone who's focusing on growth. Some of you may have marriage on your mind. Some of you may have met the right person that you want to grow with long term. I feel like whoever you are, you're in a really good place this week, Capricorn. A lot of you are very independent. This is interesting. I feel like a lot of you have been single for a long time, but you're kind of starting to feel like you would like to branch out. You would like to meet someone, some kind of a partner that you can grow with. It feels like you've been on your own for a while. Some of you are hoping for a reconciliation with someone, or there may be someone who's hoping to reconcile with you. I have this Knight of Pentacles. That's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. But this is someone who has a plan. I feel like that's you. And of course you do, Capricorn. Of course you do. You guys are really good with your finances. You're really good with keeping things in order. You're really very organized. You like things to be planned out. And you like to take care of others as well. A lot of you have some kind of a reconciliation coming towards you, and I don't know if it's romantically or in a friend group or something like that, or could be with family. So let's find out a little bit more. It's love. I guess it doesn't have to be, but the Six of Cups is a soulmate energy. You got the Four of Wands, which is that twin flame 1111 awakening card for those of you who follow that journey. But I've also got this Six of Cups here, which is that soulmate energy. It's past life, love, relationship. Someone that you either have grown up with, you've known for many lifetimes, or someone that you would, you know, intend to grow old with, or somebody feels this way about you. Currently, I feel like you're single. And I feel like you're pulling in this partnership for yourself. And I feel like it may have something to do with a reconciliation here. Gosh. Now I've got the Two of Cups out here, Capricorn. What are you doing over here? The Two of Cups is another one of our soulmate energies. I feel like this, I mean, we got 1, 2, 3. What did I say? Everybody here's got love on the brain. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, Two of Cups is about a partnership coming towards you. Now I have the Sun in the reverse. The Hangman, that's Pisces. You may be dealing with either a Leo or a Pisces. Doesn't have to be those zodiac signs, but it feels fairly specific. I have this Ten of Wands energy. Okay. I got to get another deck to clarify, because for some of you, this person, and I got the Tower, and there's so many majors on here. Quite honestly, for a lot of you Capricorns, I'm just going to call these signs out because these may actually be of significance to you. And you know that as a reader, like I'm always saying, don't get hung up on the zodiac signs that I call out. And I only call them out in case they are of significance to you. But because we have such a lot of partnership coming in here, we have a lot of soulmate energies coming out here, Capricorn. I'm just going to let you know we got Scorpio, we've got Virgo, I've got Pisces, and I've got Leo out here. And I've got your card here with the Devil. I have somebody here who wants to message you to start something. They want to get something going here with the Page of Wands. That's somebody that's a bit of an instigator. But this could be a sexual message or a flirtatious message of some sort that is going to start something up here. Some of you are involved with a Leo here. And if you are, you didn't think that this person was still interested in you or that they were ever going to come back towards you. You were wrong. Let's see here. For those of you who are dealing with a Scorpio, this would have been an on again, off again relationship. You got a lot of tens on here. You got the Ten of Wands, you got the Ten of Swords now. Tens are cycles of completion. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, this is somebody that you ended things with, and I feel like you have people coming back towards you, Capricorn. And it's kind of surprising. What about this Virgo energy over here? Now I see why we have the Ten of Wands on here. This is a little overwhelming. I saw this when we were shuffling here, but I didn't pull it out because I didn't want to get into it. But I guess we are. With this Hermit energy, if there was a Virgo, they did not tell you the truth about how they were feeling about you in the past, and that has changed. I can hear M&M's over there on the Alexa, and it's, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Yes, please. For some of you, this person did not share honest feelings about you to you. Or they hid them somehow. Now there's some kind of something being undeniable here. Wow. Let me get one more out with this deck, and then I'm going to clarify. This is, and I've got the Ten of Cups. So I got the Ten of Swords, I got the Ten of Wands, I got the Ten of Cups. A lot of you have marriage coming towards you because of this. This time period is really important for you, Capricorn. A lot of you are going to be aligning with really special people with soulmate energies this year. This 10 of Cups can be the energy of, again, marriage. It can be a family, creating a family with someone else, or a blended family coming together. For a lot of you, you don't expect this. You don't expect this reconciliation to happen. But here it is. Here you are, happy as can be, single as a Pringle over here. Got your life together. You have a plan for the future. Unbeknownst to you, it feels like divine intervention, for lack of a better term. And I hate it when like readings get super dramatic and stuff, but quite honestly, it is. Some of you may have a Sagittarius here. And when these people come back into your life, it puts you, and there's Scorpio again, it puts you in this position where you have to decide, am I going to start something new? This is interesting. Or am I going to continue on? There is no continuing on with anything. But am I going to let this situation go that's coming back towards me, or am I ready to start all over again? So the Two of Swords is about being at a crossroads, and I just think it's fascinating that on one side we've got this brand new baby, and then on this other side we have death represented by this ancient one, you know, both so beautiful, but it kind of puts you in this crossroads space. Okay, I know I dropped this Six of Cups over here too. But this is healthy soulmate energy here. Let me just grab another deck here, because you thought you were done and over this situation. Apparently you're not. With this Eight of Cups, this was somebody that you let go of a long time ago, Capricorn. But in the back of your mind, somebody didn't let go of you though. Or vice versa, somebody has always kind of kept this... like the home fire's burning inside them for you, and someone's wished on a star more than once for you, or you for them. Okay. So I have that Fool right there. That's a new beginning, and there's the Death card right under it. I really don't have much to clarify here. I mean, each one, like, I really do feel like for most of our Capricorns here, if you are not currently in a partnered relationship, if you are single, I feel like you have one of these many zodiac signs coming towards you. And I'm going to call them out again, because I really do feel like they are of significance. And with this Fool energy and this Death card out here twice, you know that it's time to start this new chapter. And it feels like it is divine intervention here with the Four of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Cups under here. And so I have Scorpio out here 3 times. A lot of you are going to be reuniting with a Scorpio. I have Pisces, and I saw that out there a second ago. There it is right there with the High Priestess too. And I thought was thinking like, oh, there's Pisces again. So we've got Pisces on here for a lot of you. I have Virgo energy out there. I have Sagittarius. I have Leo. And so those are the majors that I have on the deck of people who are coming towards you for this reconciliation. This just feels like the time is right for you. Ophiuchus had a similar kind of energy where, or no, was it Ophiuchus or was it Pisces? I don't remember. Somebody did, where it just felt like the timing was just perfect for 2 people to come together. And it feels like it's more than just a couple of you. It feels like there are a lot of you Capricorns who are just in, it's just time. It must just be your time, like astrologically, to be inviting this into your life. And I'm pretty excited for you. It's really just a question of which ones of you are ready for this. I feel like you're both ready. It feels like everyone involved in this situation is ready and on the same page with each other. It feels like it's been a long time coming. It feels like it's going to be a healthy partnership. I feel like you've been on your own for quite some time here, Capricorn. And if you haven't been on your own, then this is probably not your reading. This is like very specific for a single demographic of Capricorns, part of this collective anyway. But whatever this is, it just feels like very divinely inspired. And you know, I wouldn't say that if I did not think it was true, and I think it is true. I just think it is your time. All right, that was your reading for the week, Capricorn. Please do let me know how this works out for you. All right, you got a lot of change that's coming in towards you because you have a lot of love coming towards you, and I think it's going to surprise you. All right, thanks for letting me read for you, Capricorn. Next up, we have Taurus. Taurus, we are going to use this traditional Rider-Waite deck for you. Is that? Not. Oh, Capricorn, somebody is not feeling so great, not so happy. Something that you thought was going to work out didn't work out the way that you had hoped it was going to. Maybe having to let go of someone or a situation that you thought was going to kind of be in it for the long haul. Now it's not. Somebody here is feeling a little sad. Somebody may be very depressed, and I think you have reason to be. This Ace of Pentacles is supposed to be everything. It's supposed to be a brand new beginning that you can basically take to the bank. Somebody or something you can invest in and know that your investment is safe with them. It did not work out that way. Now you're upset. Now you're not happy. I get that. And I have your card here. I have Virgo, sorry, we're reading on Taurus, but I have the Hermit in the reverse. This is something you did not see coming. You were not expecting this. This is a real low feeling, if I'm being honest here, Taurus. And we have somebody here who is contemplating a separation with someone, or they're in the midst of a separation with someone. This is somebody who's finally put their foot down in a situation. And I really do feel like it's you, Taurus. I feel like you may have gotten some information about someone, and you've really been on the fence about ending this situation for a long time. And now somebody is making the decision that we're gonna put an end to this. It's not a great feeling. I am so sorry that this is happening. I have the Hanged Man. You may be involved with a Pisces, or possibly a Virgo. I feel like no matter what, you waited a long time to make sure that you were making the right decision here. And I feel like something's finally come to a head here, and you've had to make this difficult decision you know is the right thing to do. Yep, now I've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse, which is a lot of anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, tossing and turning, worry, anxiety. But quite honestly, I'm hearing you say that this is going to be an end to that anxiety, an end to this stress, an end to this worry. This other person, they may have been struggling with alcohol addiction, or it could have, let me just get a little bit more about that. Thanks. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I was seeing, I wasn't sure how to word it, because this Nine of Cups on its side is not like a third party situation, but I was seeing someone who was giving something away too much to too many other people. And then I had the Three of Cups come out, which is the quintessential third party situation card. This person may have put you in a third party situation, vice versa. I don't know. But that's basically an affair situation. Someone else is involved in a partnership here. This person, whoever you were involved with, it's like a lot of excuses. And I feel like this person made a lot of excuses for a long time, and you tried really hard to believe them, and you really tried hard to be okay with whatever was happening here, but eventually it just became too obvious, too clear, and you had to just put your foot down. Okay, we're gonna grab this vice versa tarot. Yep. And if I can get this card picked up here, because I've got the death card just staring me down here. This is the vice versa tarot. It's very cool. It's printed on both sides, so it just never shuts up, and it just always inserts itself whenever it feels like it. But I feel like with the death card, this is like a final ending, okay? And it's not the pretty side of death yet. We don't have the transformation happening yet. We're just kind of in the beginning stages of it, so I get it. I think it's difficult. I'm so sorry. Seven of Swords. What was I saying? I think that this person, I think you tried to believe this person time and time and time again. But the Seven of Swords is known for not telling the truth. That is like the definition of the Seven of Swords is like the lying liar who lies. And I think that you tried and you tried and you tried. And eventually you were like, you know what? I can't even. Can't believe a single word you say anymore. And I feel like you're kind of taking charge of your life here, Taurus, for the first time in a long time. And I say that, I'm not saying that you weren't in charge of your life before, but I think you shared your life with this other person in some way, because I have you separating from them now. You may have shared responsibilities with this person. You may have shared opinions and wants and vacations and maybe even a home with this person, maybe even a family with this person. And now you're like, you know what? Nope, it's my way now. I'm going to do it my way. And yeah, this is somebody who feels like they have to head out on their own, regardless of what's coming towards them. With this Knight of Wands energy, I feel like you're pretty upset. That's not the words that I'm hearing you say, but we'll just leave it at that. How about that? And we have a major wake-up call here for you. Some of you are choosing to physically relocate because you're starting to realize, oh, and I hate this for you. A lot of you are starting to feel like you're the only one you can count on. And I don't think that's true. I think there are a ton of people, Taurus, who you can count on, who love you, who want to support you, who want to do right by you, who want to help you in any way they can. But I think in this situation, you might be right. I'm not sure that you can count on this other person. I think they've shown you time and time again that you cannot trust them. And I think you believe that now, and I think you're starting to put more trust in yourself. And I think that's basically where it's at, and someone is pretty upset. I got Pisces out there again. This other person, if they're a Pisces, they did not expect you to either uncover this information or to find out about this situation or for you to get up and go. They really didn't expect it. They thought you would be there forever and ever, and they may have thought you would turn a blind eye to these shenanigans, but you didn't, and it has surprised them. Oh boy. Yeah, there's the Eight of Cups on the other side of the deck, and that is somebody walking away from something that doesn't work for them anymore. Something that no longer serves them. There's nothing left for them there. So it's time to get up and go. And you have the Fool card out there. That's a brand new beginning. And I feel like you were really on the fence about this situation for a long time. You weren't sure what you wanted to do. Should I go? Should I stay? What if everything falls apart? I don't even think that's a question any longer. You're like, sayonara, bitches. I am out and I'm taking the dog is kind of what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Oh, Taurus. Quite honestly, I mean, you can see the cards that have come out, and it's rough, and my stomach's really upset. I'm sure yours feels worse. But there's a new beginning here that's coming up for you, Taurus, and it comes with a lot of understanding of yourself and a lot of self-belief that hasn't been around for a while. You have, again, like I said, I feel like you shared a life with this person, Taurus, for a long time in some way, and you allowed yourself to make decisions with this other person. And oh, I didn't even realize you got the Ace of Pentacles out here twice. Whereas in the past with this other person, it's fallen apart because we had the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Now I have it in the upright because you're taking charge of yourself. What I was just saying was that for a long time, you let this other person share in the decision making. There it is. Not anymore. Now you're doing what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. Because they basically put you in the position to make that decision. And I feel like you're doing it. And quite honestly, I think you're going to have a lot of emotional and mental clarity from that. I think you're going to actually embark upon a new part of your life where you feel a lot more in control, where you are not feeling these feelings of anxiety and stress and worry anymore. It's just not part of your system anymore because this person isn't part of your system anymore. All right. All right. I love you very much. And if this was your reading, I am so sorry that you are going through all of this upheaval and all of this change. However, sometimes we do have to go through upheaval and change because otherwise, how would we ever learn and how would we ever grow? It doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it's okay. It doesn't make it right, any of this stuff that's happened, but there's going to be a tremendous amount of growth that happens for you and a lot of independence. And I think that about 3 months from now, you're going to be looking back on this situation and you're going to be really grateful to have this opportunity to be on your own and to make decisions for yourself, and at the very least to sleep peacefully at night and not have all the anxiety that this person was bringing into your life with whatever the shenanigans were down there. All right. Much love to you, Taurus. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Last of the night, we have Virgo. I'm going to use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot for you. Find out how you guys are doing. All right, Virgo. I feel like it's time to make peace with someone. This may be someone that you work with. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but whatever this situation was, it was keeping you from being able to move on. Between the two of you, somebody here has had a lot of boundaries and walls up around themselves, Virgo. Here, you may have been involved with a Scorpio. It feels like something got to be too much. There was maybe some drama that went down, but whatever it is, it feels like you want to tie up the loose ends here. And I've got the Strength card out there. That's Leo energy. And it feels like when it's time, it's time. Somebody here is going to have to be strong and reach out and probably apologize. Let's look. This is funny. So I was saying somebody's going to have to reach out here and apologize. And I was thinking, well, it might be you. And then I got the Page of Cups in the reverse. So the Page of Cups, pages are messengers, right? They can be messengers. They can be children. They're immature energies because they're young. But the Page of Cups, the meaning behind it is a message of love, kindness, forgiveness, or apology, or friendship. And when it comes out in the reverse, I was thinking to myself, somebody may have to apologize here. And there comes the Page of Cups in the reverse. And I could hear, well, it for damn sure isn't going to be me. There it is. Well, you know what? I mean, why bother bringing it up here if somebody's not ready to kind of cross the line, kind of cross the aisle here? Somebody's going to have to. And because you don't like where it's at, like I said, this feels like drama over here. I feel like no one can really move on until this is fixed. So what are we going to do here? You're cracking me up. I got the Queen of Cups over here on its side. That's the truth of the matter. You know that? So here's what I'm seeing. And yeah, there's conflict here for sure. You guys were friends at one time. This does not feel like a love reading. This feels like a friendship or a platonic relationship, possibly a family relationship. I'm telling you what I'm seeing here. This person may be a Cancerian. They could be a Sagittarius. There was definitely an ending. They could be a Taurus as well. There was an ending of some kind of relationship. Could have been a workplace dynamic as well. It could have caused the ending of a contract. Quite honestly, this little feud and this little high drama situation could have caused someone else's marriage to end, that could have caused your marriage to end. I've got gossip here. I've got a bunch of fives out here. Fives are an energy of chaos and conflict that bring change, but emphasis on conflict here. Somebody here said things that they shouldn't have said. Somebody here was stalking somebody's social media pages, possibly attacking somebody's. I've never in my life really even seen a lot of it, but I guess it happens. Maybe saying unkind things about someone online. We have a need for healing here. Somebody's going to have to be the bigger person, and that's why I say somebody is going to have to apologize in this situation. Somebody here acted impulsively, and I got to be honest, there are several people here who were not behaving maturely. It caused a lot of drama in a situation. Somebody had to leave because of this situation. Somebody may have had to exit a contract. Could have been a marriage that was messed with here or destroyed here. What are we gonna... It doesn't really matter the circumstances. If this is your reading, you'll know it. You'll understand it all. I don't really understand any of it, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. At one time, you were friends and you loved each other. And it really feels like there's a clinging of toward, it's not so much a clinging, but there's like a soul tie with somebody here. You have a connection with someone. This could be, again, a friend. This could be a sister or a brother or co-workers that you were very close to. Something happened here. There was a lot of gossipy energy here, and the masks just started to come off, and like the gloves came with them, and it was just not nice. We have somebody here who they want to make things better, but they really aren't over how they feel about the situation. And so I think that's why we get oh, hell no, I'm not going to be the one who says I'm sorry. This person, I hear somebody who's like, they need to apologize for the things that they said about me. Oh, man. I am not someone who likes a low vibe, three-dimensional reading. I'm not. And I'm sure you don't like having experiences like this in your life. So how do we make this better? This is the can't we all just get along and be friends again card, right? This is a community coming together. This is friend support. This is people loving one another. Again, celebrating one another, not being out to get one another. I mean, sometimes half the battle is the intention that you bring into the room with you and into the conversation with you. Always check yourself. And I'm sure I don't need to be telling you this. You're probably not the person I need to be telling this information to, but always check the intentions behind your words. Is it my intention to hurt someone, or is it my intention to honestly be good to someone? And that is half the battle. I have a feeling that And I feel like there are quite a few people involved in this situation. I could go back through here. We got Sagittarius, Taurus, I got Cancer, I've got Leo, I've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, I've got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I think that's, and I got Scorpio. I think those are all the majors I've got out here on the deck. But there's like several people who have been affected by some kind of conflict, and the conflict came from some kind of gossip or somebody. I don't even know what the situation was here, and I don't really want to dig too far into it because it's not really about what happened now. it's really about how do we fix this, because I guarantee you, Virgo, you wouldn't even bother bringing it up here if you didn't care and you didn't want this to get better. Quite honestly, Virgo, it's possible that this isn't even your mess. This could be something that's happening in part of your family, and you want this to get better because you're tired of the conflict. Oh, I've got Leo on there too. I forgot that one. I've got Leo twice. And quite honestly, I've got Sagittarius out there twice too. And I feel like you may have been put in the middle of a situation. You may be the mentor. I've got Saggy out there again. And I got Cancer out there again with the moon twice. You may have been put in a situation where you are trying to mentor a bunch of people who do not get along well. You have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You may have an entire empire to uphold here. You may be responsible for a lot of individuals. You may have had to deal with some folks who had some unchecked mental health issues here. There's your card, Virgo. I don't mean to, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not even sure I'm laughing with you. I've got the Hermit out there. I feel like all you want to do, I think if you don't have a man cave or a she shack, you're building one in the backyard right now. Get me out of this situation. I feel like you are in charge of mentoring these people in some way and setting an example for them. And I think that's the real kicker here, Virgo, is you're going to have to be the one who glues all this back together. And I think that's an awful tall order for you. But what else are you going to do? I feel like you can't get away from it. How do we fix it? Look at you, you cutie. I really do feel like the reason that this is being dropped off here in your reading, Virgo, is that you are the one that's in charge of gluing this back together. I'm not saying that it was your mistake or that you're the one who caused any of this drama. I mean, you might have been. I don't know. Quite honestly, it looks like a bunch of people here. But I feel like you are the one that is called upon to fix this situation. I'm not saying you have to be the one who apologizes, but I feel like you're the facilitator here. With this sun that comes out in the upright position, that's Leo energy, and you've got the sun out here twice. The first time it was in the reverse, which can be sadness, it can be depression, it can feel like loss, but in the upright position, it's the happiest card we have in the deck. It is coming out of depression, and it's injecting positive energy into this situation. Like I was saying, it is your intention, the intention that you bring to the table here. I feel like with this Emperor energy that I feel belongs to you here, Virgo, I feel like if you approach this situation in a different way, you are the one who can heal this whole situation. Because you have such a big energy in this, Virgo. And someone who has a big energy can make a big, loud sound. And I mean in the best way. I feel like you know this. I think you're going to be happy. I think you're going to make a lot of people happy. I feel like you may invite people out for drinks or for dinner, cup of coffee, something like that, and have a conversation that is very honest. And I think it won't be very long before you have all of these folks stacked up on your side of the table and you're able to get them all back on the same team again. All right. Right now, everyone, and I feel like there's like 5 people involved in this situation, maybe 3 to 5. How about that? But I feel like right now, no one is together. No one is thinking about working as a team. And I feel like you're going to have to be the one that reminds everyone of what the real goals are here. And that's coming back together. Anything else you want to say about that? Yeah, you're like, I don't think I can do it. I don't think that you're like, I don't think I have the capacity to help these people. Well, that's fair. And like I said, some of these folks may be dealing with some unchecked mental health issues. And some of these folks may be going through some things in their personal lives that you don't know that much about. And they may be struggling right now. If you can approach this situation with an energy of compassion for whoever is involved here, give them the benefit of the doubt. And I mean, honestly, I don't mean to come in a condescending way, because some people do that. Some people act like they have good intentions, but really and truly they don't. And I mean, hey, that happens to everybody at one point in our lives. No judgment, right? But I feel like if you honestly come towards these people and have an honest concern with getting everybody back on track, you may find out a lot about these people's lives that you didn't know was going on. And it may be a good explanation for why their behavior has been a little, you know. All right. Anything else? Yeah, well, it's been bad. Fair enough. And horrible. Okay. But I really do feel like you're the one who's going to bring everybody back together. That Three of Cups is like a reconciliation among friends. That Ace of Pentacles is exactly what you want to see in any reading, because it's a stable, brand new beginning. I think you're the one that establishes it here, Virgo. And I think that you're the one who's going to have to come in here and set everything right, even if it isn't your circus or your monkeys, okay? All right, that was your reading for the week, Virgo. Thank you all so much for letting me read for you tonight. I appreciate you all. I hope that you watched the Super Bowl. I did not watch it, but I will catch up on all the highlights and definitely the halftime show. I have a major crush on Eminem and also Snoop Dogg, for sure. Anyway, I will catch up with you guys soon. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I will definitely do a Valentine's Day reading. I wish you all so much love, and I appreciate you all very much for lending me your energy here. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all that information is somewhere around here, and I'm going to go ahead and timestamp these. I'll post them over to YouTube, and all that information for booking a personal reading is in the description box. All right. I love you all very much. I will catch up with you soon. Have a good day.